hello, I'm saying hi to you, but I can't because Tristan brought us in the point where we're listening to the music, so I can't say much else. But hey, what's going on? You can't hear them because only I give myself a chance to say hello, and Jester here is apparently the goat. And no, is Grove still alive? One second, I have to talk to the boy about his meta boy. But hey, thank you guys for showing up. I did not expect Growth to survive all day, but fuck yeah, he only needed to get one more point, and we're all very happy for him. We're all very happy that Lance has been destroyed by a big four-brain computer boy, and yeah. And here we are. Hello. And Burn Babongo wanted to start. Let's go. All right, no, we're gonna pause that. Hey guys, what's going down? We are here playing some Avatar. Maybe you heard of it, maybe not. We keep having bad times trying to continue this little charade we do, this little tirade, this little game here. I made some G Fuel. And apparently
it's been roughly a month since we've last been here. Yeah, ripping pepperinis.
Dude, I'm so glad that Gross I'm so glad that Gross lived. I came in there early on today, but like whenever you first started the stream, and I'm just like, man, this fucker's gonna get this Metagross and it's gonna die so early and it's gonna be so sad. And I fell asleep since then. I took a nap since then, and it left my brain. And just knowing that Gross is still alive is giving me so much hope for the world.
Yeah, we're going to Kanto tomorrow.
Let's go, dude.
I'm very excited. Actually nuts.
But yes,
what a funny game.
Avatar will go on break before Avatar ends, maybe. Five Darts might go on break before Avatar ends. Who knows? But yeah, we are here playing some Avatar today. Maybe you heard of it, maybe you haven't. It's been a couple of weeks, so I will most likely, unless people want to get extra points, super extra points, I will most likely do the recap today. But we'll see how things kind of go. We'll see where people are at, and if everybody's ready, just so that we don't lose too much time, because I know that one person has to leave early today, we should just go right back into it. I'll take that as a yes. Let's go. Let's go ahead and make our way over into the room here. Might as well just sort of you know, just lean ourselves right into frame in the area we need to go in and mess with. How's everybody's day today, by the way? How did everybody go? Other than gross,
excellent.
What's going down?
Day good.
Day good.
Spent morning driving father to the neighboring city to get his bike for the 4th time. So that was very early morning to me, but hopefully it actually works this time and that we don't have to take it back there for the 5th time in the past month and a half.
Heck yeah, man.
That would be pretty sick.
Why that face? Well, guys, this is just a nice lady that we all know from the, well, obviously it's a nice lady from the original show who's telling us about the greatest city in the world, Ba Sing Se.
I'm gonna be the realest of real. I've never watched Avatar.
Oh my god. No. What the hell are you doing here? Get out of here.
I'm just hanging out with my friends.
What the fuck,
man? Is that no cap, no joke?
No cap, no joke.
No cap,
oh, wow,
no
dude.
joke. Holy crap.
I mean, there's nothing technically wrong with that, because that means that as far as the way you play the game goes, you play it your way without having some sort of like inception or understanding of what you should be doing. You can just do whatever you like and not like look at the show as a rule set, which I actually think is kind of cool.
Very, very true.
I think the only episode I watched was streamed in the Discord. I came partway through. Zuko and an exploding guy and a temple. That's all I remember.
I love Zuko exploding guy temple. It's a great episode. It's actually funny
that was the best title.
It's actually funny that I knew which episode you're talking about as soon as it's like just from 3 words. It's great.
Yeah, I kind of yeah.
And what's her name? Not Korra, but like Water Tribe girl.
Tara?
There we go. She was angry.
Yeah, she gets
That's
angry.
Fair.
She gets angry
around
around those episodes.
Well done.
She gets pretty angry around those episodes. With that being
said,
though,
sick recap.
That was a pretty good recap. Speaking of recaps, however, just to make sure that everybody is on the right page, and the fact that we haven't had game in a couple of weeks, let me guys tell you about your little excursions ever since you came into the walls of the greatest city in the entire world. Fuck all the other nations, and honestly, fuck the rest of the Earth Kingdom. This place is great. This is the GOAT.
We're not in the desert yet. What are you talking about?
Nah, it's the greatest. The desert sucks. The desert sucks eggs, man. This place is great.
You suck eggs. Fuck you.
Hey, the desert used to be great.
Nah.
Used to be.
Nah. The desert sucks ass. Nobody likes the desert.
It's coarse and rough and gets everywhere.
Everybody loves this place. Everybody loves the big walled city because they're safe here and everybody here is nice and wonderful. And basically,
if you don't love it, you'll be killed on sight.
No. Why would you say that?
I like the North Pole because there's ice.
Basically, I'm gonna turn on the super happy the super happy bossing say music. Basically, you guys cheated your way into the greatest city in the world, and nobody blames you. People want to come here from far and wide either way. So whenever you guys cheated your way and snuck into the city, no one's really gonna get on you for it. You guys made your way over to the Glassblowers area, which is the place where Mei Li had grown up most of her life. And you found that the area itself was visited by the protectors and absolute chads of the city known as the Dai Li. They protect the city from every sort of threat that could possibly be brought to them, and everybody loves them. Basically, I would think. I don't think there's a single person in the entire city who would find them to be anything but helpful and wonderful to everyone. They came in and asked a little bit of questions about, what's going down, if their utensils have been made yet. Obviously, they have to have their own kind of tools to protect the city from outside forces. Obviously, nothing from inside. We don't worry about that. And the nice glassblower had said that, oh well, your things will be done relatively soon. You guys got suspicious for some reason. But whenever all of them were leaving, one of them did make a look over toward the window, the great window of the glassblower's place where all of you guys were in. Because again, they're the greatest protectors of Ba Sing Se. They knew, they kind of had an inkling that something weird might have been happening, maybe, but they unfortunately didn't see much of anything. Though one of them did look to the others and end up going off away from them for some reason. Who's to say why they would have any kind of suspicions or thought or anything like that as they would make their way away. We came back in on the next part of this with you guys coming in for the next episode of that game, where you all made your way into the great city of Ba Sing Se, except for one of you. One of you stayed behind at the glassblower's place and found this room that you were told not to go into. Because back behind in that room there's some things that may or may not belong to the Dai Li or to the glassblower, and the apprentice was like, hey, you can't go do that, but one of you's a bad man and wanted to go in anyway. So we kept trying to figure out which way to get in there because he's such a bad man. But luckily, because it was protected by the people of the city with great Ba Sing Se ingenuity, you weren't able to get through. Not even the strongest of thieves or hooligans can make their way in. You guys have learned. But going deeper into the city, you guys found that there were several large buildings that were quite impressive. Architecture, it's so good. And you found that a lot of the areas here were kind of shops and other things for people. One of them was a large shop that seemed to have been aiding the elderly with their wants and needs as far as keeping their pain down. Something that the Ba Sing Se takes pride in. They love the elderly. They don't just box them off in the one room and do anything weird with them. But most of the elderly were coming in here and taking in some nice fumes. No, not fumes. Fumes is a bad word. We don't have fumes here. Smells throughout the cities to aid themselves in their recoveries. One of you had taken one of the elderly from there, your baba, your grandma, and it happened to be the glass blower of this city. But when Mei Li went and took her, they had a nice conversation between the two of them that happened to talk about some kind of borderline weird things. I mean, come on, nothing weird's in Ba Sing Se though. One of you went through the city. You found one of the nice sellers here who gave him a nice big welcoming smile, and you treated him horribly and scammed him out of a cage. You bad person. I can't believe you would do that to such a nice man's. Either way, everybody would return. They would talk with the nice glassblower, and she had some very dark thoughts, very bad thoughts about the city. It sounds to me like she's trying to change your guys' minds on some things, and that won't do. We can't have that in this city. I mean, come on, you can't rise up within against something that's nice and wonderful and only wants to help you. The problematic woman said that she would tell you more whenever you came back through with things, and had yelled off toward one of their daughter's like suitor until he ran off into the city to collect himself a gift for the lady, because obviously he didn't bring anything for her. That's kind of sussy. I think that we should all just not worry about him and let him move on away from the world. As they moved on, as Mei Li went out, everybody spoke again a little bit more about what all they would like to do here in the greatest city in the world. And I think that that's a good place for us to come back on, don't you think? With Mei Li having just let their boyfriend make their way away. Only boyfriend, definitely not husband. I mean, that wasn't what he was trying to go against and everything. The marriage wasn't done here in Ba Sing Se, obviously, so it might as well just not be null and void. As everybody is collecting themselves back together, Mei Li, you would make your way back into the room with the others after just saying goodbye to your not legitimate husband, because again, wasn't officiated by Ba Sing Se. But whenever you came back in, you would find that everyone is back around where they were. Baba still spreading her lies about the city, and the rest of you just kind of wondering what the hecky spaghetti is going on. I think I did a pretty good recap.
I think you managed pretty well.
Yeah.
I would give you an inspiration, but I'm not the DM, Lamau.
Oh, that's fine. I don't need anything for my good deeds here in this great city of Ba Sing Se.
Okay. Great.
With all of that going down, everybody, you guys would return. Both Luca and Ichibe would come back with tea, because you guys had made your way off to make tea, I believe, at the end of last game.
Oh yeah, she said she wanted tea.
Yeah, and Mei Li would return just as the tea would be getting brought toward everyone. Both Akira, Jin, and Rue, all three of you would have stayed in the room with Baba, and she seems very much like she's having a pretty good time right now. Like it's thanks to her totally sanctioned, definitely normal medicine that the great city of Ba Sing Se provides. She seems rather well off, even though she's over here talking about all kinds of bad things.
Alabama.
Well, what do the five of you want to do now that you guys are here, given some tea over? Luca, I'm gonna assume that you would make your way over with Ichibe holding on to things as well, and the two of you would pour her some tea.
Yeah.
Wonderful. As she would get some tea in her, she would sit back, still just kind of absent-mindedly petting on Mimi here. You would find that the medicine that's going through the air right now, while it was very good in helping her come to her senses, it is also very good seemingly now for giving her quite the absent-minded look to her. It seems that the thing that is helping her is also still drugs. So I will say that now that the stuff is starting to fill the room, the three of you who stayed in here, Jin, Akira, and Rue, I would like for the three of you, while you are hanging out in the area here, go ahead and roll me for your survival, please.
Uh, 21.
Okay.
14 plus 3 is 17.
And Jin?
11.
11 altogether. Jin,
Yeah.
out of everyone, you seem great. while everything's going down, while Akira seemed to have been looking around for things like keeping Kite together. Akira, you would mostly be showing off the new cage with Kite. Kite would be going into it rather well, doing great. Your little viper owl. Rue,
Yeah.
you are busy looking out the window, trying to keep everything in sight. You didn't like the weird look that you had received earlier from one of the Dai Li. It's still kind of on your brain whenever you were looking out through this place. Jen, you were just great.
Yeah.
Jen, it is great out here. As soon as the others come back with tea, you start to realize, and again, being somebody who grew up in the desert, with understanding of the different leisurely activities one could have there, partaking in the different types of things around. You just kind of like go over to the side of the room where all the incense is, all the nice incense that's being burned for Baba, and you just kind of sit.
You just get the chair and kicks back.
You aren't like completely out of it, but you're definitely feeling the chill vibes that's coming from it. It's a great time.
I think for the first time in a while, like all the stress on his face is gone.
Meili, Luca, and Ichibe, whenever you guys walk in, you guys do just see Jin, like, eyes like half open, just like leaning back in a chair.
I'm not surprised.
No, that's normal. That's normal.
I hear that fucking laugh better be canon.
He's just laughing.
As you guys all pour tea, again, is there anything you guys would like to do?
Were we supposed to see what's behind the goddamn door?
You could always ask her to do so. She had said that she had wanted tea before anything like that, but if you would like to bring that back up, you definitely can.
No, we have tea now, right?
Yep, you just now got her tea.
Well, I got my tea.
Did Rue get any juicy info when he was out?
I noticed that Rue was right here. Oh yeah, right, because he left last game, and then everybody came back into here. Right. We were supposed to start with Rue going into the city. It's been weeks, guys.
It's okay. Yeah.
It's been weeks.
All good.
Gotcha.
Yes. Rue, you ended up having to leave a little bit early last game, so that's why you don't remember anything about people getting high, probably.
Yeah.
But you did make your way off into the city, just with the other two as well. So yeah, we can go back a little bit and see if there was anything that you might have noticed. Once again, as I just mentioned to you, just coming into the future there, you didn't like the look you had gotten from one of the Dai Li agents whenever you were talking to him earlier. You had tried speaking with them to try to figure out the different things that were happening, as well as when they were talking with the glassblower's apprentice, and try to get as much information as you could. You ended up talking with them with the prisoner who was with you, and between the two of you, you were able to convince them that you were basically working with the animals around here. As the others go off into the city, to first off, Meili going off to find their mother, and Akira going off to look around and grab the cage that he had bought, and again, Ichibe going off to check around and see if there's anything in particular for him to look after, but learning relatively quickly that there was nobody watching them because you guys successfully came into the city without much problem. You would make your way off into the city as well, looking off into the random streets and neighborhoods you would find. And as you would begin going through them, are you sticking close to anywhere in particular? Are you going closer toward the shops that you find around here, or are you trying to stay closer to the back streets of where you're at around here?
Probably the shops, I would say.
Okay. As you are sticking yourself closer off toward where the shops and things would be, here in the middle rings of Ba Sing Se, you would find that there is a decent bit of hustle and bustle around. You would notice Akira over by one of the people buying a cage off a little bit away from you. As you would be walking through them, is there anything you're looking for in particular?
Probably jewelry store, because they're going to glass balls for, metals. I wonder if there's something going on with the regular jewelry stores, or like if they're aware of anything going on.
You would find, as you're looking around for any jewelry stores in particular, you would find that the jewelry that you would be looking around at and seeing through a lot of the shops that are around here, the ones that would put their shop stores out in front of them, none of them are in particularly good. You would find that a lot of the jewelry that seems to be on display does not really seem to hold a candle to some of the other places you've seen things at. In particular, you remember being over in the that one manor that you had come away from back whenever you guys had first went up north of the mining village. And in that manor, there was a ton of nice looking jewelry, nice looking things around the walls, but it doesn't seem like there's a whole bunch of nobility jewelry stores or anything like that around here. Maybe because things are kept more close to the family in Ba Sing Se, or because whatever jewelers are around are being somewhat busy with other projects. Unfortunately, you're not able to find a ton of jewelry, but the information you gain there, you feel that there's not really a lot of work going on when it comes to that. There doesn't seem to be a lot of demand currently for jewelry. Everybody's just happy, man. Why would they need jewelry?
Right.
It's pretty normal about that. As you're looking through the jewelry stores, though, I will have you roll me for your. I have to make sure because it's different in every fucking game I do because I don't know how to keep my things together. Your insight, please.
Insight.
It's like, is it insight or instinct this game? I don't fucking know.
It's my highest stat. 25.
You also nat 20 your highest stat. Ah, look at that. Look at those glasses. I love them. Look at the glasses. It's so good. Anyway.
Dang. Look at her, girl. Damn.
You know, honestly, it makes it less creepy. I will say.
It actually does.
It does make it very much less creepy. Yeah. She just looks like she's having a good time now.
Yeah. Everybody's having a good time in Ba Sing Se, guys.
Taking a picture for the Instagram.
Everybody has a great time here in Ba Sing Se. Nobody has any problems here in Ba Sing Se. As you all would, or as you would make your way through this place, looking around for different types of jewelry, different types of things around, you would notice, again, with a fucking 20, of course you would notice, Rue, that there were a couple of outliers in the area, a couple of people who, whenever you look back, going around to the different jewelry stores, you're pretty sure you've seen the same person around you in the 5 different stores you visited that has been there the entire time, and they haven't been looking at any of the things. As you look around, you know for a fact you are being watched. Let me get you a boy. Let me get you a boy. Let me get you one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab one of the mans. This guy. No, that's we already have one of him. He's a real boy now. I think all my Earth Kingdom guys are over here. Yeah, they are. You find that you are being kind of watched by a noble looking man a little bit away from you, as he also seems to be kind of perusing the shops, but with that nat 20, you do find for a moment you are able to look at him through the reflection of one of the pieces of jewelry you picked up. Whenever you're not looking at him, he is staring at you.
Gotcha. Is he next to your jewelry stand as well?
He is a little bit down from you.
Gotcha. I'll look at the jewelry and then just make my way to the stand next to his. Not focusing on him, of course.
You start making your way over toward the stand that he's at. Whenever you start getting closer, you will notice that the man does seem to lose interest with whatever jewelry he's looking at and kind of step away a bit. You find that as he does step away, he seems to start up a conversation with a man a little bit down the way from you.
Gotcha. See, I need to not act suspicious because I'm being watched. Oh, I can get arrested.
Getting arrested is dope.
Either or.
I mean,
Yeah.
that would be pretty funny after I already said that you were in the other place in the past, but we can change the
I mean,
past.
I mean, I get out present maybe.
We can change the past and live in the future. We can do whatever we want because that was a different time, you know?
Yeah. Is there any jewelry that looks neat that would be nice as a gift?
Looking over the jewelry that is here, you do find that again, most of it seems to be lower quality than what you would expect to be in a somewhat noble district of Ba Sing Se. But out of anything in particular here, let me check and see if I have anything for you inside of any of the shops I made. The only thing you can kind of see around here is you can find that there is an almost black pearlescent necklace that seems to be here. The chain that it seems to be on is somewhat intricately made, but there appears to be only one jewel about it. The chain itself seems very nice, of course, but there's only one jewel about it. It seems to be like, again, a black pearlescent looking jewel.
Gotcha. Black pearlescent doesn't look familiar, I'm guessing, or does it?
It doesn't really
Cool.
seem to look too familiar. As you look it over, making sure this isn't a water tribe thing, because if it is, then that'd be dumb for saying you don't think it looks familiar. It is not a water tribe thing. Okay, good.
Cool.
Let me get you a
I'll get-
shopkeeper if you wanna look at more shit. She'll do. Perfect.
There you go. I'll hold up the pendant and just give it a closer inspection.
You look it over. As you look into it itself, you find that as you look into the pearlescent jewel, you find that it almost looks as if there is a liquid inside of it.
Interesting. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Excuse me, how much?
Oh, excuse me. You're looking to buy
A gift.
a gift. Oh, that would be wonderful. That seems people really far and wide seem to think of it as a bit of a bad omen, but a gift would be perfect.
Bad omen. Would you care to elaborate?
Well, you see, a lot of people around the different stores and such would find the item that you're wearing to be a slight bad omen because most people call that the canyon crawler's eye.
Like the actual eye?
I actually really like that name.
Well,
Very
it's
cool.
not entirely an actual eye from what we know of the gem itself, though it is found inside of the canyons over in the Western Earth Kingdom. Most people consider it the
Interesting.
canyon crawler's eye because of the slight moisture that seems to have accumulated inside of the gem. It's actually quite hollow, as you can see, though it is very sturdy as well. But anytime anyone's ever broke one open, it's mostly just shattered the gem and made it worthless and shown to be just perspiration or water inside. But they do
Okay.
say that people who try to go out of their way to collect such a jewel usually ends up with misfortune inside there, due to the fact that they have to end up going into the canyons.
You know, maybe this is a great gift, but I do know someone who would appreciate it.
Well, if you would like to purchase such a thing, I would say that 7 golds would suffice.
7 golds. Let me see what I have available. How much do I have available? 1, 2, 3. Oops. Oh, I do not have enough.
How about
Uh,
1 copper piece?
Apologies, I don't have enough from my current trip here. Is there any way to negotiate the price? If not, I do understand.
Is there any way to? Can I pay you in some other ways?
Listen, I would, but I doubt that would work.
You look to her as you say that you don't have the money for the object. I would like you to roll me for your charm very quickly, just to see if she is willing to negotiate on the price at all.
Oh boy, -3.
It's
let's
fine.
put
It's
2 of
fine.
these in.
I'm sure everything's fine. Just to
Roll.
remind everybody, if you would like to, again, just before anything is said and done, you can use your. Oh, these are both different things. I'm about to say you can use your things there to give you things, and I believe you guys have one fleeting Lotus token as well left.
You know what? I'll take it.
Gonna use it? All right.
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead and
Is it
roll me.
important? No. Do I want to? Sure. There we go.
19's pretty
And
good.
19.
Ooh, dang.
And then I rolled those 2 already, so those were
You have a
cancels
+2
the 2
currently.
out.
Yes.
Yes. Cool. Second roll. And that's
Well, okay.
With a natural 20, they are more than willing to actually talk down the price as she looks over to you. Well, again, we do not usually get many buyers for such a thing. I could see myself going down to 5 golds.
Any lower by chance, if possible? I'm sorry, I must be making this difficult for you. After all, you did offer me such a low price.
You are not extremely versed in haggling, I see.
I'm a honest individual to a fault, I've been told.
An honest individual. We could use more of that in Bossing Say, though we do have a lot of them. Wide smile.
I have seen.
I could be willing to part with such a gem, though perhaps a trade would be better suited for you.
What would a trade of?
Do you have
what?
anything? Do you have anything on you that you could potentially offer in trade?
Let me see. A keg of soup and crackers. No,
you
I'm
want
kidding.
some soup?
Would you like soup?
Would you like soups?
I don't carry a lot of shit, I'll be honest.
Oh my.
Wait, why do you have what's a lantern? Like, where did
We
you?
needed it for the cave.
Yeah.
I can give a
Oh.
lantern, but I doubt she needs one.
What was the mixed wild seeds? Wow, you have so many things I forgot you have. What are these?
Well, grass, what's it called again?
Oh, you're bending, right?
Swamp bending, yeah. Well, plant bending. I'm not gonna give her a boomerang. She'll kill herself with it.
What?
I believe the 2 clothes you have here are your original clothes you came to the place with.
Yes.
So
Unless you want to offer a spirit apple, but that's kind of
Yeah, that's
a
super
little
much.
sus.
a little sussy.
A little sus, yeah.
Very sus. You know what? Destiny token. Let me roll off the item table if we still do that stuff.
We are gonna still do that stuff. However, I was gonna mention today. That's something I forgot to do. So thank you for bringing that up. I was going to mention today that we are going to be just like in Zelda, moving away from using fate cards for the rest of the campaign. The actual fate cards themselves. I'm just going to be going for guidance tokens and other things like that. I will say that currently using that right now, whenever you have no space in your inventory and things of that nature, I might just say no to that. Though, if you want to, if you want to use it for that, I could just give you money instead.
Hey, yeah, sure, give me money. That'll be fine. How much?
Let me go and make sure what I have on the list. Because basically, for those of you who weren't there for the Zelda episode, one thing that I wanted to do whenever we were talking about things there is that I wanted to keep things with the fate cards to the minimum at the end of the campaigns, since things have already basically changed as much as I wanted them to at that point. Doubly so in Avatar, because we're a lot closer to the end in Avatar. So I wanted to take some of the different things that happened in the actual fate cards themselves and make them just into uses for the Destiny tokens. So now, if I look at what we used to give for money, if you rolled on the money, one moment. One of the main reasons that I'm also sticking away from it is the fact that we have like 5 different fucking things for the fate cards themselves for all the different games. For example, in this one that I just opened up for the gym, it says money. I forget how much. And that's not helpful to me. Past me is fucking me over with that. However, then I go into the other one and I do see that, all right, cool. You are going to, if you would like to, for the actual thing to be the gym, which would be what the card would have represented at that point, that would have been 20 golds that you would have gotten. However, because we are doing it like this, I'm going to bring it down to 15 golds because it is something you can just choose to do.
Yeah, I'll take the 15 golds.
You can definitely do so. Let me find out where you put your gold so that I can copy it. Did you put it back in your bag?
I put it in the bag, yeah.
How dare you?
There you go.
How dare you freaking do this to me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And again, because it is something being used from the tokens themselves, I'm also going to be giving you a guidance token.
Heck yeah. Thank you.
Plop, plop. Perfect. Sorry, ma'am. I actually do have the money for it. I was lying.
I mean, I could just like, I don't know, like,
pretend to like check a pocket and be like, huh, wait, what? When did I leave this in here, you know?
I'm just wondering, is Smash still an option?
You do,
I'm
you
kidding.
man.
I doubt I could smash a brainwash chick. That'd be good. Anyway,
Man, everything's great in Bonsai, so you know.
I ain't getting arrested
It's
after we
only
fix it.
illegal if you get caught.
It's
We're gonna
only
get
illegal
caught.
if you're getting watched. Oh, wait. I'm playing.
You hit. Okay, I got it. Oh, actually, 5 gold, correct?
Yes, it would be 5 golds. It's the lowest I believe I can bring it to.
I checked another pocket. Turns out I do have 5 gold.
Oh, well, wonderful then. That frees everything up.
Thank you very much for being so helpful.
As you bring me over 5 golds, bring them to me.
Yes.
Bring them over here. I want to see
shall
them.
bring them over
I
to
want
her.
to see
There
them.
you
There
go.
you go. Then, yeah. Shower her with the golds.
Don't phrase it like that, my dude.
Give her a golden. Anyway.
Oh god.
That's exactly wise. Yeah.
As you hand over I'm just going to take one of your things real quick so I can make it into a thing. As you hand it over, she brings a small box out and places the canyon crawler's eye inside and seems to box it up and hand it over to you. Thank you very much for your patronage.
No problem. You have a nice day.
You as well.
And then I turn around and walk away.
As you turn around to walk, you would find, again, with that nat 20 you had earlier, I'm going to suspect that you're going to be walking somewhat away from here toward where you came. You do find that whenever you do begin to walk, you stare off into one of the windows of an opposing house really quick. As you do notice that the man from before is somewhat closer to you once again, having gone back to the store and is currently looking at things from the side of the market shop.
So what I'm gonna do is call the programmer strat. So I'm gonna walk for a bit, then run, and then hide behind the corner to see if he follows.
You're gonna walk like out of sight and then run?
Yeah, just for a bit.
All right,
Just
where are you
behind the
running?
corner. So just this corner. So, oh, that's still in sight, right? Yeah.
You're gonna run over by the corner. You find that when you do that, I'm going to roll. I would like you to go ahead and roll me for your reflex, please.
I will use one of these. Look. 6. Second roll. 17
17's
plus
really good.
4, 21.
I will roll against you very quickly.
Yeah.
13. Well, unfortunately for you, he has a +9, so he beats the 21.
Oh man.
But no, as you make your way off and you hide, you seem to jump off into the into the crevice between the boxes, and you kind of like hitch yourself up right there. As you do this, the man runs out from what you had saw back from before. It's the same man, as he seems to be very much staring off in the different directions, trying to figure out which way you might have gone. You do notice that he looks down at the ground more than he looks at the areas between to see if he can find you. As he looks off to the left and looks off to the right, you do see that he eventually goes back in the same direction he had missed.
Mm.
What are you gonna do, my dude?
I just wanted to make sure he's following, so I'm just gonna walk back home.
You gonna come out of hiding and walk back home, or
Can I do it stealthily?
you can?
Probably.
You can
Yeah,
definitely.
I'll
do it
try
stealthily.
stealth it.
All right. I would like you to once again roll me for your reflex. Only this time, instead of reflex, it will be the same. It will be the same roll, but it's survival because you are trying to actively move.
You gotcha.
It's the same roll for you, though.
roll. Yep. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's a 3. That's a 3
Yeah.
plus a 4, so that's a 7.
Yeah.
I will roll very quickly for a different thing. I have to roll twice here. First roll is for this thing. Okay. Second roll is for the other thing, the other man's, the man's that you just. Okay. You do find that whenever you come out of hiding, you do seem to jostle one of the boxes. You get out and about. You do find that when jostling the box, you look back toward the area the man had came from, and you do see that he does look over towards you at that point.
Look, I bought the jewel fair and square, so stop following me.
Following you? What do you mean?
I just saw you walk past when I ran. I noticed you.
Oh wow.
Listen. I respect privacy, especially if I'm visiting. Do you understand?
I'm not trying to accuse you, sir. Of course, no.
You are
nothing.
accusing me of theft. How dare you?
I'm sorry, sir. I'm not trying to accuse you of anything, sir.
Do you know how hard it is to be in a city, working, trying to do what you can, and then having some noble breathe down your neck?
I did not wish to give off such an impression,
It's just because
sir.
of my complexion.
I did not make any such accusations.
It's a good one
like
on
it
my
is.
isn't it?
It's a black, isn't it?
I find that these are rather leading questions.
I was raised by those in the Earth Kingdom.
Of
and
course.
How dare you? I'm wearing the national garb. I'm wearing the colors, and yet you treat me as some outsider.
I would never, sir. I would never.
You would never. Yet you chase me down the streets almost as if I did not pay.
It has nothing to do with your complexion, sir.
Oh my God! Stop.
I do not believe you. I do not. Tell me, why were you following me though?
I'm looking for my pet, sir. My pet has got away from me. Here, boy.
Oh, are you
here,
calling
boy.
me your pet?
No.
How dare you? The disrespect. Do you want me to bark
I would
like
never.
a canyon dog?
I would never. No, no. I would. Is there a problem here? You find Rue. The thing that I rolled for before that seems to show up with you because I rolled for 2 people whenever I rolled before. Both of them beat you, but one of them one of them is obviously having a problem. You find that again, without you really noticing that such a person is even around, you find a hand go onto your shoulder as you look and see a Daily member looking to you, but mostly looking off toward the man in front of you. Is there a problem here?
Why are you touching me when he was being accusatory and accusing me of thief?
A thief?
You're meant to protect the people, are you not? I respect you and your job, but that man was accusing me of several things that I have not committed. Judging me.
This should be an easy stop then. How about the two of you walk with me to where you bought that, and
no problem.
We can talk with the one that is there. I did not accuse him of stealing. I do not want to hear it.
Thank you.
Do you mind coming with
at
me,
least
sir?
some. I do not mind at all.
All right.
Is there a name I should call you, or is Sir adequate?
Currently, I am a bit. It is a bit early for me to show off any information of my own. I just wish to know. I just wish to know who is in the wrong here.
Understandable. Well, let's make our way there.
The three of you, the entire time, the man going, "I did not mean to do anything. You guys would make your way back toward the lady. She would go, "Oh, of course, you pay with the money," and she would show the money that you would pay with. At which point he looks off toward the nobleman, and he goes, "I believe that this means there is no reason for you to be following this man. Compensate him." Of course. He reaches into his pockets, and as he does, he brings off a small coin pouch, Rue, and throws it over towards you. "I'm sorry."
Please don't let this happen again.
Get out of here. He does some cartwheels over top of one of the houses, you see.
Oh, he is so nimble.
The man runs away. As he does, you would find that the woman behind the shopkeeper would be like, "Is there a problem? Is there anything that's going on?" "Nothing you need to worry about, ma'am, I believe."
Situation's being resolved.
I'm very sorry that you met with one of the, well, more corrupt members of our society. Every city has something about them that is shameful. I will tell you this, he will be watched.
And thank you. And I'm glad someone like you was there to assist me.
Huh. You had asked for my name earlier. I am Jockin. May I ask yours?
Jockin. Rue.
Rue. You had said that you were raised here in the Earth Kingdom, correct?
Closer to the... One second. Where is... Omashu's in the Earth Kingdom, correct?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
I can fucking lie. I stayed in Omashu for a while before traveling.
Omashu. Well, we accept any from our sister kingdom inside of our walls. I'm glad that you have decided to stick around with us. I have not seen you around here before. Are you hoping to take up residence?
Possibly. I'm currently here with my fiance.
A fiance?
Well, future fiance. We're getting jewelry made. This isn't a gift for her, though. This is for someone else.
I see. Then allow me to give you two things, Rue. He seems to look over toward the woman and motion off toward her wares. Upon doing so, she immediately goes toward one of them and pulls out the thing he pointed to, which seems to be a simple looking ring. It seems to be made of gold, has some slight some slight inscription on it, some slight just like words seemingly engraved into it, but it doesn't seem all that impressive. But he does seem to motion to it and have her hand it over to him, at which point he hands it to you. He does then turn to her and hand off a couple of gold.
I cannot.
I would like you to take this as a sign of good faith. You can hand this off to whoever you wish, though I assume that it would be a gift for your fiancée.
It will.
And secondly,
Mhm.
I would like to invite you, if you would wish, to a get-together we are having very soon. You might have heard, since being here, there is a small gathering that will be happening at the palace in a few days' time. But that is not what I immediately would like you to make your way to. There is another such gathering, one that is sort of like a preemptive party of sorts. One that is more of a rehearsal than anything that will be happening tomorrow night. If you would like, there are several others who I've already asked to come there. And I believe that when you get there, you will find that it is rather... my throat is just giving out. Holy shit.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
It's all good.
Whoa.
Oh my god. 1 second, guys. I don't know what that was. I'm back, though. You will find that you will be among very much grander company than the man you had just seen.
Well, I'll see if the future fiance would like to spend some time.
If you would like,
Is there
I
a
could come
location?
in. If you would like, I could come and gather you, if you wish, or if you would prefer to make your way there your own, you can
I like
find
to-
you can find the party will be taking place in the same sector that the one in a couple of days will be, the Palace Gardens.
Why, thank you. I think I'll go there by myself.
Of
Me
course.
and her shall take a stroll together. You must be worried by now. I should head back.
Of course.
Hmm.
The invitation will
Thank you.
also be to any that you wish to bring as well. He looks over toward the woman there. You may come as well for the inconvenience that we are giving you for your business. With that being said, until we meet next time, Rue.
Until next time, Jockin.
Joachim would make his way away from you, going around the corner. Oddly enough, again, because you know of what this person is, you know this person is a Diley agent. Even when he leaves your sight, you cannot help but feel eyes still on you.
This is fine. I'm going home.
You get apologized to by the lady behind the counter. You take your two things of jewelry and you make your way away. Upon going home, we will say everything that I had already said does still happen, meaning the conversations that would happen with Baba, the tea collecting, everything like that. And again, this all happened in a flashback sequence as you were looking out the window, thinking back toward the looks you have gotten from people around the city.
Oh man, the people in the south were right. That just works.
That just fucking works.
That just works. It just works. I can't believe anyone I just saw.
It's
Beautiful. It's so beautiful.
I had to make sure it was a way to get out the situation Rue would use.
It was perfect.
It's because I look southern, don't I?
But yes.
Holy shit, dude.
With that being said, now that everyone is back in the same room once again, and I believe you were going to bring up the stuff, Jen. You were going to bring up the room.
Yeah, I'm still dying to know what's behind that. Tea's all right.
Can't someone drink their tea without getting hounded at?
I feel too relaxed to hound people. This stuff is great. Maybe was right to buy so much.
Speaking of, where'd that husband of yours go, Maylee?
Huh?
I said, where'd that husband of yours go? You returned without him.
He went to go get milk.
I suppose because he's a lizard, he would never know what that is, would he?
Yeah, he seemed really, really like engaged in what milk is. So he implored that he go get it.
Yes, they all
Okay.
say they go off to get milk, drinks tea.
It's true.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
really sorry that the Avatar went to go get milk.
I hate it.
Oh.
Turns out in his case, milk was even more women.
Yeah.
Well, translation just for cigarettes.
Fine, I can go and open up the doorway if you really wish. Though you'll find that there is probably not what you seek behind. That being
Probably have an
said,
amazing imagination.
one of you grab a handful of those. She motions over toward the incense.
On it.
Well, I suppose you'll do. Try to keep them within reach of me, but also try to keep yourself out of arm's reach.
No, you kidding? I haven't felt this relaxed in nigh a decade.
As
I'll share.
I'll share your incense.
He knows what he's
That
saying.
we kind of stole, technically.
Definitely stole.
As each of you would get yourself off from the area here, you would find yourselves making your way over toward the main glassblowers area. You would find when you get there that Lina seems to be somewhat completing another set of the needles that he seems to be making. As he looks back behind, I see you found Mother. Damn, these materials are hard to work with. You'll need to go faster if you wish to do anything like succeed me, Lina. Of course, Mother. He looks over toward Melee and the others and just kind of gives a shrug as he does. I will say you seem to be in higher spirits than you usually are. We will get to the bottom of that later. You wish to go into my workshop, do you, Jin?
Yeah, so I want to see what's behind the big chain door.
Fine.
It's tantalizingly secretive.
She makes her way over, again, still carrying Mimi with her. As she gets over to the side where you notice the chain, she looks back to all of you. She notices that Lina just seems to be watching. You seem to be watching. She just goes, whatever. She brings her hand over toward the base where the chain had made its way off to the side. You remember that Lina had mentioned hearing a chunk, like a clunking sound, whenever the door would open. You now see why. As she brings her hand over to it, she seems to take in a very deep breath, and you notice when she does, she clenches down her hand, and it seems to look as if she moves her hand through something like cake or like butter or something, as literally the black metal that makes up the chain seems to almost sever just where her hand is.
Oh.
And clunks down to the ground. That is why there was no lock there.
What's the hole for?
She looks over to it. For detaching the chain. I can't keep destroying everything over here. That being said, she makes her way and opens up the door. She steps out of the way, goes back towards you, Jin, and grabs the incense you're holding.
Let's give it.
You won't find anything useful to you in there, I'm sure. But perhaps there's something there that will make things easier in other sense. Go on ahead.
I don't mind if I do.
You want to make your way through?
Inside the secret door I go.
Jin, you make your way inside. As you do, does anybody else wish to go in with him?
I'll go.
I'll chill
Yeah,
outside.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Luca and Akira, you guys make your way there as well. It doesn't seem as if the room itself is too amazingly big. So Ichibei, if you go in, you will find that you are basically watching from the door. As you guys step inside to look over each other's shoulders and check things out, you will find that inside seems to be some sort of a collection of scrolls on the inside of this place. As you look through the large collection of scrolls that are inside, they all seem to be mostly confined to the wall and these tiny little cubby holes that seem to be making up the majority of it. As you look through all of them, you do find that most of them are taken up. There are a couple of them that are not. And whenever you see that they are not, you do find that there are a couple of scrolls along the ground that are seemingly discarded or open. As you find this, you look down toward them. You do see that most of the ones that are among the ground seem to depict different styles of bending. As Jin, you reach down and pick one of them up. You do find that there seems to be some earthbending scrolls along them, seem to be layered up on the ground, as well as some what you can tell, Luca, as you look around, some airbending scrolls as well. As you check them over, you find that they mostly appear to be beginner scrolls, things that are mostly for rudimentary teachings. However, you can tell that whenever you look them over, there are small notes and things being taken between the different scrolls that seem to be in Baba's handwriting. They do seem to be somewhat notes that seem to be trying to figure out exactly what's going on. A lot more on the airbending scroll than on the earthbending scroll. As you check it out, Luca, you can only tell with the airbending scroll that potentially she was trying to work out how to teach Mei Li without actually teaching Mei Li.
Aww.
The scrolls seem to be somewhat old, but you can tell that that is essentially what is being written down here. It seems to be a regimen for teaching Mei Li airbending without actually consciously teaching Mei Li airbending. Think kind of like the wax on, wax off fucking Karate Kid shit.
Yeah. That's adorable.
You are free to say that if you wish at any point, but you guys do notice that whenever you look to the areas that are open, some of them seem to be empty even then without the scrolls upon the ground. As you notice this, you find that Baba seems to speak up. I believe that they probably got them, that they're probably missing a couple at this point. Most likely the ones that I've written myself about the styles of metal bending.
Well, probably there's a lot of scattering here.
This is a reservoir of sorts. Almost think of it as a library. Whenever I was traveling with the Avatar, I had a different way to want to keep an eye on the different styles I would find out throughout our adventures. Whereas the Avatar tried his best to figure out special bending styles and understand more about the unique abilities of some people out in the world, I was far more interested in figuring out what I could learn from different styles of bending throughout my years to hopefully keep myself fresh and agile throughout my old age. She looks over at Melee. Though I believe my age was accelerated whenever I got this rambunctious one.
Oops.
That being said, I believe that currently I had let someone into there recently, and a couple of them have gone missing, I assume.
I suppose so. Is that why they're?
I do
Well,
not
this
know
is a
entirely what has happened, but I believe that with my current ailment, Lena goes to speak as if like to ask what ailment. She just kind of puts a hand out to him, just like, fucking later, man. With my current ailment, I believe that I might have willingly allowed them to take what was inside of there. I believe this happened just a few months, maybe even lesser, after all of you had left Ba Sing Se the first time. Let me get some more evil, some more like menacing music. There we go, perfect. But yes, I believe that most of the things you would find there now are just... She hesitates for a second, remembering what's in there. Mostly junk. Put it away.
Does that sound like the truth?
Sounds like a lie.
It sounds like a load of bullshit, but you know.
I would say for you especially, Ichibei, and for Akira, Ichibei, you would look back, again, knowing that that is basically bullshit. She would be kind of looking away as she says this. Akira, you would note that she does seem to get slightly more heated along her face when she says that. And Luca, you know in your hands you have what could only be called as proof I love Melee.
Yeah.
So you out of everyone, you can kind of put two and two together and be like, she's embarrassed.
You seem
Yeah,
to be
no.
getting very hot.
It has to be the treatment once again. You had said that I was changing temperature rather rapidly.
Yeah, but I don't believe any of that.
I'll leave it be.
Do we gotta light like 5 more of these incense?
Yes.
3 more.
No, things are fine. Don't worry.
If you're
Okay.
curious of anything else, I should have some pictures of the old crew inside of there as well.
Well, you all got your portraits done.
We were... Well,
Is my dad in it?
we were a lot more close back in the day. You would know, in particular, Ichibei, that technically one of your dads are in it.
That's cool.
But she's talking about back whenever she was a part of his team Avatar, which would have most likely been
figured.
which would most
Yeah.
likely been with the dad that you know, probably like when he was a kid.
Maybe my ma'am.
Who knows? Maybe.
Well, is there a picture somewhere? I'm interested now.
You begin looking through the scrolls, Jin, as you do eventually find a couple of pictures seemingly depicted among the scrolls. Most of them seemingly having been drawn on there by one person or another who you can really never tell. But there are depictions of rather finely artistic depictions of several members of a group, somewhat rivaling the size of yours. The one thing that you would notice more than anything among this group, however, is there seems to be, from what you can tell, a depiction of the Avatar, only much younger than you would even remember him being whenever he attacked you. But you would also find that there were mostly about 90% of the other members about him were girls. And off in the sides, you would most likely always see the depiction of a Earth Kingdom girl with a rather sour look on her face, looking over toward all of them.
Like, he just like catches that, and one of them is like, "Wait." And he opens up another one. He opens up another one. And he just puts it together like, "Wait."
I think I captured the mood rather well.
Well, you captured your mood very well, it seems.
I would always show them all after. None of them had anything to say. It was rather amusing at the time.
I'm amused right now. Look at that. I wonder if that was coincidence or choice.
Hmm?
Oh. Jeez. I don't even want to think about that anymore. Well, you're a very talented artist. It shows in your craft, too.
I've always had steady hands. It's how I make myself a decent living at no matter what I try. Though, eventually, my talents brought me from any sort of artistry I would be able to do on the road to this forge here.
By the way, I heard you like these. Hands apple.
She looks over to you as you hand off a spirit apple to them. You heard I like these.
From those guys. I'm you. I'm Rue.
Oh, so they love talking about me behind my back, do they?
Well, I did love talking about. Well, mainly loves talking about her Baba.
Mei Lee loves talking about me, does she?
I mean,
Mhm.
yeah. I say good things about you.
We
You don't
crash.
fucking believe me?
We
Oh.
crash your place. Uninvited. We might as well offer you a gift.
If you're only saying good things about me, I can assume that they're short conversations then. She takes the apple. Odd.
I mean, that's not true. Sometimes sometimes they go a bit long. Kinda.
This is very odd.
Hmm?
She holds on to the apple. As she does, she looks back over to each of you. I had mentioned before, whenever you were here the first time, why I enjoy these, correct?
I don't remember.
Well, you said it was a gift from the Avatar from the spirit world.
He made a point of collecting these at the time that he learned how to walk among the spirits. Whenever he would collect them, he would hand them off as gifts to, well, me as well as other people about him. It was always his way of gaining favor, I would think. Though at first, they were only meant for me. He knew how much I liked them, but eventually they started being given to more and more people, and they stopped being special to me. Though, whenever you had brought the one last time, I felt happy. I guess enough time has passed, or I am just a fool, that I do sometimes miss the old days with them all. Even if he was an idiot in the end, even though I was a much bigger one, it doesn't take away the fact that these things have always been special. Though, now that I hold this in my hand, I cannot help but think it's even more special than that. Here, hold this. She puts the incense in Mimi's mouth and then hands Mimi over to Rue.
Like how she says, hold this.
The beamer's just okay.
As she does this, she looks to the apple and she takes a bite out of it. Fascinating. I feel clear. Bites into it again. The fog inside of my mind is lessening.
That's good to hear.
That is less good than you think. She takes another bite.
Oh, that sounds good to me. Just thinking about all the incidents now.
How good's less good?
It's giving me a lot to think about, especially now knowing if you were to give this to anyone else, no one would know what this is. Luckily enough.
They're lucky.
But I do. This is an apple that is filled to the brim with that world. I dropped a thing, sorry. I'm so old and clumsy.
I just dropped my everything.
But this apple is filled with that world. That world's energy. Whenever they come here, I always felt that fog over my mind, the one that I believe all of you had saw previously from me. You might not have seen it. You came late. Points to Rue.
Yeah, I've only seen you high.
The incense has been allowing me to go back to some semblance of myself. But with this, I remember. After you had all left, they had took me down to Lake Laogai.
Why would they take you to Lake Laogai?
Because they know who I am. They know that not only am I someone who used to be a part of the Black Rings before they were the Black Rings, when we were just friends of the Avatar. They not only knew that, but they knew that I was Mei Li's mother. They took me down to try to get any information on the ones who destroyed the wall as possible. But I could give them nothing. I would give them nothing. But they did find out just how skilled that I was. So I began making weapons for them. She takes another bite of the apple. At first, I felt as if it was my duty to make weapons, to do whatever I could for the city. But that's what they do to you in Lake Laogai. There's some sort of item there. They make you watch it. They make you worship it. Some sort of a lantern or light fixture of sorts. At first, it does nothing but annoy you, but eventually, even just within a week, it forces you to listen, to obey. That is what Lake Laogai is. It is a correctional facility of sorts. One where they take away everything that is you. If it wasn't for the fact that I got injured making weapons for them and Lina took me off to get help from those fools over in the sector that you had found me in, Mei Li, I would never have came to myself at all. Ever since, I've been spending more and more time there as much as I could. But now I remember everything. as well as the fact that there were some people there who did not fall to its charms. She takes another bite.
Such as.
I don't know them by name. I don't know anything about them, to be fair. But they looked an awful lot like your friend here. She motions over to Rue.
Myself or the white hair?
The hair that I believe symbols that you are spirit-touched. Just like the Avatar. Just like Nuan, correct?
Mhm.
You didn't see her in there, did you?
This was a year ago. Around that time, Nuan would have been with you. All I know is that those who they could not control, they most likely didn't keep alive. Every now and then, whenever I go to take weapons to them or they come here, I notice that they have someone with them. Every now and then they have gathered someone of a similar persuasion as to Rue here, or to little Nuan. I believe that those who are resistant to that place are those who have been touched by the spirits. And now that you've given me this, I can confirm it. Spiritual energy, the power that be. It destroys whatever sort of control they have over you.
So, a question, just to reiterate. They're looking for spiritually touched people, so people with white hair, right?
I believe so.
Okay, that makes sense. That's why I was getting followed.
What?
You were getting
Yeah,
followed.
Don't worry, I handled the first situation well.
Heh.
First. That implies there was more than one.
Yeah, I'll explain. That's so, I was looking for a gift for you, Jim. By the way, here's your gift. Gives necklace.
Aw.
Aw.
Jen's just over here collecting fucking, just collecting accessories.
A replacement for your beads, since you
bling,
can't
bitch.
wear those.
Aw, it'll go great with my disguise.
And it's also from the desert, so you know the most about it. Anyway, so I
Jen,
was
you
looking
would
for a
actually
gift for you.
know upon getting this. This is a canyon crawler's eye. This is something that you and the bandits would collect on a lot of occasions because it is the only naturally occurring jewel that you would find on the surface of the desert, as well as the large canyons of the north of the desert.
Oh, like crawler eye.
People would come and buy them whenever they could, and the water that is inside of them, you especially would know, was water from the mountains off to the west of the deserts and off to the west of the canyons. The same water you would know that Boss uses in his cure-alls.
Oh, wow. Brent boys and I would always go looking for these. Well, there was one time when we fell in the canyon. That was funny. For us, not for him.
For him, it was a blood-curdling scream, and we never saw him again.
Never did see him after that.
Weird.
Oh, I know why now.
Wow.
He probably just wanted out of the game.
Just wow.
So as I was buying you a gift that's totally not related to the story of your friend's death, I was being watched by a nobleman, and you're just meant to ignore it and walk away. And then I did the thing of hiding. I thought I had it good, and then I thought I could pull an Ichibei. Turns out I can't pull an Ichibei. And I'll stop trying to pull an Ichibei. Only Ichibei can pull an Ichibei.
Yeah. That's the first rule.
My favorite thing about that is that it's a bird.
Do not talk about Fight Club.
Okay.
Yeah, anyway, so they caught me, which I diffused the situation completely. We used the old servant technique of Well, don't worry about it. Anyway,
Old Southern technique of don't worry about it.
Old Southern technique.
Jin thinks to himself as he for some reason remembers back to his days as a bandit, where he would get some southern water tribe members into his group, and they would just be like, it's because of my complexion, isn't it?
You hear a snort from Jin.
Oh my god, did you kill the guy?
I mean, he probably wished he was dead.
Oh my god.
It's
You
not.
tortured him?
It's not.
What?
I
In
mean,
this
it's a form
situation,
of torture.
when this situation occurred, how far away were you from this place?
Decently far. I was in the markets. So eventually a member of the Daily came over.
Oh, jeez.
Great guy. Not really, but great guy.
Hmm.
Anyway, he mentioned that there was a rehearsal for the party that was going on, and that he would like to invite me and my fiance.
Yeah. Oh boy.
You're who and what now?
I mean, he's really sticking his guns to that, though. The last time he was in the RP, he's talked about trying to make a ring.
Mazel tov.
Nice.
No, you never told us about it, I don't think. So that's why I'm like, what now?
Listen. I try to keep my lies all together.
Are you
And then
all
they fall
getting
apart.
married? Jesus Christ.
I have no plans yet.
If you want to rent
Hey.
out my place, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg.
I can't spot you either of
Has a
those.
spare one.
But what you're saying is you don't seem to feel like anything else was following you once you made your way back. Is that correct?
Oh no, I was still getting followed.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to leave this place and take a look and see if anybody's looking at us, I guess.
And again, Rue, you would also remember whenever you had talked with the Daily before, when you guys first showed up here, that one of them showed a lot of interest in you before they left.
Yeah, man, this makes sense. I'm just a daily magnet.
From what I can tell,
what,
they
I'm
would
gonna-
most likely find anyone who has any sort of spirit-touched parts to them and try to bring them toward them. They know that they can't control people like that, so they're most likely wanting to eliminate you.
That's why he was asking if I'm staying in Ba Sing Se. Well, I'm going to propose before I die.
I would
Good
also
luck.
say for as you go to like go by her, she just grabs you by the shirt. I would also say to take caution for any of the others here who are like this, such as that one. Motions over to Luca. I do not know exactly how they might find your particular form of spirit touched, but it is obvious to one who has any sort of understanding of these things, such as myself.
Great. So how we deal with this situation as fast as possible?
You mean freeing all the prisoners and then violently destroying Lake Loudguy?
Currently,
Yeah, that's true.
they're only after you for your hair. Throws him down.
You're so rough.
But that doesn't mean that they know that all of you are here. From what you had told me, you had all secretly made your way through, and hopefully no one knows who you are yet, correct?
I have no reason why people would think they know who I am.
Then you have a perfect thing for you to do, don't you? Save the spirit touched from that party tomorrow. The one that they invited Rue to. If you can get them, you can then assault Lake Laogai with a bunch of people who can't be taken over.
That is true. We did get a personal invite from the Dialese Master. Unrelated to this place in Dawson.
If you assault the spirit touch gathering that's going to happen tomorrow, I can only assume that that's why they invited Rue. Then I doubt that you're going to have any sort of anonymity to go after the party that's going to be held afterwards.
I mean, most likely there's not going to be a party afterwards.
There will be. That's the one that they plan to unveil the avatar that they had caught, is it not?
Right.
I doubt that they're going to show off Nuan during the Spirit Touched gathering. However, it is still happening at the palace. So, if you're there, you can save the ones who they have there. You can also get into the palace and potentially save Nuan when to get her out of there.
He's actually here.
I can only assume they were all talking about having captured the, well, royalty and the avatar, were they not?
Yeah, this plan makes sense, at least. We'll have more people on our side who can't get brainwashed, and we can grab Nuan, hopefully.
Luckily for Nuan, she spent as much time as she did in the spirit world, so I doubt that even taking her to Lake Laogai will do much to her. I don't know if the Avatar could even fall to whatever sort of problems they have down there. But Nuan in particular, I believe, is very spiritually inclined, much more than the one that came before her. So she'll be fine. There's some fucking epic things happening right now, apparently. Oh,
Fuck.
we're gonna be talking about some
Epic
epic
information.
shit. Oh man.
Yeah.
Switch over to Revelation from Stormblood. That sounds good. With that being said, I believe that you should all be able to collect her, collect the Spirit Touched, and most likely go after Lake Laogai immediately thereafter. Because you would have split off the people working in Lake Laogai with the people who are watching the Spirit Touched, you should be able to take out the bit of forces that they have there before raiding whatever area you would have gone to. Not to mention, from what you all had said before, during the party, they're most likely going to seal the entrance to Lake Laogai. But this is not the party, this is the rehearsal. The entrance should be rather open tomorrow night.
I mean, it sounds perfect.
Or you can stick to your original plan and go after them whenever they're having their party. They would still be somewhat, not understanding that you're there. You could still catch them by surprise somewhat. The only thing that I worry about is giving them another day would most likely be fine as long as they had not already seen Rue. Now that they've seen Rue, they will most likely expect to see him at the party tomorrow, or the rehearsal tomorrow.
Do you think the South trick would work on the Daily?
I don't know what the
Jin looks
South
like
trick
he's
is.
genuine. Jin looks like he's genuinely thinking about this.
Huh?
Jen, probably not.
Maybe not.
Explain what the South trick is.
It might not. I will respect you for the rest of my life if you do it, though. With all that being said, though, no one is being held prisoner somewhere here.
Mm-hmm.
As great as this stuff is, we could probably save her. I think that's a better idea. Oh, and all the other whatever Baba just said.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt that there are many Spirit Touched here, but any that they found will most likely be at the rehearsal tomorrow.
Well, we can't do. I don't think we can pull off what we did at the Manor House. They know each other pretty well.
Wait a second. Takuro has white hair, doesn't he?
Yep, the Karao does have white hair.
Oh my god, he just went out.
Yeah.
He just looks over to
He
me.
comes back just dragging a Diley with him. This guy tried to stop me.
Okay, so we have less than a day.
Drags him all beaten and bloody.
Oh,
I did
no.
what Melee said, and I didn't kill him.
He just froze in a block of ice.
I did what Melee said, and I held back.
I'm sorry, Melee. You said your husband went out where?
He
That's
went,
right.
he went out to the markets to get something for Baba as a gift in hopes to get her approval.
Well, if it's anything less than this, then I'm going to be disappointed. Holds up the apple.
Oh, hey, I have approval.
I think
Aw.
he has been set up for failure.
Well,
That's
there's
nice.
always this one then, Melee. Motions over to Rue.
Oh my god.
Trust me, Baba. I tried. I think I'm aging now because nothing works anymore.
Oh, don't say that. You got plenty of time ahead. Oh.
Hey, to be fair, you're a kid halfway through, so that didn't help.
That's no excuse now, Rue.
You guys would all start making your way out of there. Lina would look as if he starts to look back toward the glass blowing stuff and look back to Baba. Yes, keep making them. We can't have any surprise visits. All right then.
Well, it's truly a heartbreaking sight seeing you forge weapons for the Daily. Under duress, of course, I but
It is very difficult to bend the black metals of the meteorite. I doubt that any of them who might have learned from my scrolls or have been taught by any other metal benders would have the aptitude, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. Though, there's most likely one that does have the aptitude.
indeed he does.
I believe that if he does not have it by now, then he is a fool. He was someone who, while in my more difficult state, was someone that I instructed somewhat. So I doubt that he does not have at least some monicum of skill.
It will be a dangerous one. We thought the same thing about a lot of dangerous people we run into.
As long as they can't bend those needles, however, they're just as deadly as any other iron needles. I wouldn't worry too much about them. The only problem with them is that they most likely cannot be blocked by bending as easily as the regular iron needles are.
At least there's that, I suppose.
From what I should expect from all of you, since you are those who have decided to be protectors of the Avatar, you should have some amount of skill that I doubt that should be much of a difficulty for you to fight against them. Though if it is, then I assume that the Avatar's protectors have gone down in skill since my time.
How dare you insinuate such things?
Well, I guess I don't have to worry about that problem.
At least one of you has a bit of pride in their work. Looks over to Akira.
He
I
gives,
have
a
plenty
polite, he gives a polite bow.
I'm the most prideful man here. Unbelievable.
I mean, at least our avatar isn't dead.
She looks over fucking towards you.
Oh,
You just
Fucking-
got her approval, Rue. Come on.
you didn't burn her. You just lit her on the fucking
Man.
grill and is roasting her alive.
I said that out loud.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing that
Fuck you, you
offered
said that out
yourself
loud.
as tribute because Baba had considered getting into surgery and performing her first castration. I hope you enjoy that, Rue. I hope you enjoy that so much.
Good
Don't
luck.
say I did not warn you.
You
Because I
didn't
have
want me.
many times. I'm gonna go look for my husband now. Goodbye, everybody.
I can't
fly
help
away
you with this
now.
one.
I'm not gonna lie, you
RIP.
sounded like a bot.
It was good knowing
Like
you.
Melee bot.
No. She's purposely sounding like that, just like, well, it was
No,
nice
yeah.
knowing you. Goodbye,
No.
Rue. Goodbye.
I will say, Melee. First thing beforehand. This is a humongous city, and you have no idea which way they went.
Yep.
I'm just letting you know that you're most likely not gonna find them if you leave. They did leave about an hour. They did leave about an hour or some ago at this point, so you do know that they most likely will not be out for that long. But you also know that that going out and finding them, unless the Karao fucking did some big fucking bending or something, you most likely will not find them upon going
I
out.
guess I am waiting in front of the door like a fucking dog.
Bao goes over and sits down next to you.
Thank you. It's gonna fucking sit on
So
you now.
do I get on my knees to apologize?
You don't apologize after that. Are you kidding me? That's how you show weakness.
I don't think there's a
Oh,
win
no, I
here.
show so much weakness.
Dude, no. You fucking stand tall and you take the castration like a man.
I like this one.
Aspiration like that.
She looks
Oh,
over. She
boy.
looks over to Akira.
Mm.
I like this one. Melee, what about this one?
Okay, yeah, no. Akira did say all that. All right.
Why date Iceman when you can date Hotman?
Melee, she like yells over to you and kind of like holds on to Akira. Melee, what about this one?
They faked it for a while, so
What about him?
I guess that other one is the real deal then. She lets go of Akira.
Oh,
Rue,
damn.
as she goes by you, she doesn't go after you or anything. She seems to blatantly ignore you as she goes by you.
Fucking lit on fire.
I don't know why I.
Everybody gets
imagined
roasted
Baba
in this
grabbing
fucking
Akira
place.
By the fucking key ring.
Yeah, I know.
Except for me. I think. I don't know. I think she said some dumb shit about my actual dad, but I didn't really care.
As
I
she
thought I had
goes
to get
over,
another spirit apple for her to talk to me.
she goes over and kind of stands. She then stops, heads back over to Rue. Rue, you see her walking straight up towards you.
I stand my ground.
She takes Mimi out of your hands and then goes back over.
You forgot you were holding that lemur, weren't you?
I forgot.
Yeah.
At this point, you guys, if you would like to, you could wait to see if there's any explosions that happen in the city from your knowledge that the Karao is most likely someone that the Daily would target. Again, not knowing which way him and the other had gone, it would be basically impossible for you guys to find them. But if you guys would like to, we can kind of spend a little bit of time just waiting on them.
Jin's gonna go sit with Melee. And I guess Bao too, because he's there.
Plop. Jin, you go over toward Bao. Melee seems to be sitting on Bao. You kind of sit down at the base of Bao.
Oops.
Will we be waiting, or do you guys want to say or bring up anything?
I know that people don't know us, but kind of know us, but don't know us.
Currently,
I'm
the only
wondering whether
thing
or not
that
they
you
actually paid attention to us.
currently the only thing you do know is that they have not came and swarmed you guys yet, which means again you're pretty sure you snuck into the city successfully. The only thing is they now have seen Rue, and apparently they are looking for people like Rue, which means out of everyone, there are a couple of people in your guys' group that would fall under that bit of a title, bit of a thing. But currently there's not a ton of knowledge of where people are and what they're doing. I'm gonna say, since nobody had said anything before about the talking, that while you guys go and search around, because I'm guessing Ichibe, you would look around the area to see if you guys are being watched.
Mm-hmm.
You would go around the walls of this place and check things out. You will not find any Dai Li agents around, meaning that they most likely either didn't follow him all the way here or just saw him come in and leave, if they were following him, or they thought that just giving him the thing for the next day, the invitation would have been enough. Who's to say? But as you are searching around and trying to find anything around, you would find just outside of the walls of this place, you would find that not only does the Karao return with Lon, but you also see Beishi with the two of them returning. As the three of them start making their way back, do you want to make yourself known, or do you want to just let them go into the door?
No, they can keep going.
Okay,
it's fine. I'll watch to see if anybody's watching them.
All right, go ahead and give me a technique for you.
Who watches the watchers? The funny man, that's who. The funny man can.
The funny man can.
Funny man can. I can't think of any other lyrics. 11 plus 2 plus 6.
That's pretty good.
That's an unnat 20. Wait, no, that's
okay.
19.
That's pretty okay. You do look around. Currently, you don't find any of them looking, seemingly being followed immediately. You do find that whenever you are watching the three of them come in, you do see a single Dai Li agent. You find what appears to be one of the Dai Li ninjas, one of the street kids that they have raised to be agents themselves. You find one of the Dai Li ninjas watching. However, they're not watching the Karao. They seem to be watching Beishi as they seem to be entering. Other than that, though, you do not see any sort of watch. You're decently sure that if they were watching Beishi, that they have seen the Karao at this point, though.
That would make sense, considering they're all a part of the same group.
Yeah.
Interessant.
Like, yeah, I was looking at things. Look at me. I got information. Wow.
Congratulations.
I'm so good. I'm so good at being a ninja. I'm so good at being a ninja.
Idiot?
I'm the best ass fucking ninja in the world. Nobody can stop me.
That's fair. It's a very optimistic view on your perspective of a place that you have no control over.
Do you want to return into the walls, or what do you want to do?
Suppose it's good to go back in now. I have an understanding that people are gathering information about this place and that it'll only be safe for, probably a couple days at best.
You find yourself going back in. Mei Li, you would find that Lon, Beishi, and of course the Karao and Kometu would make their way back inside. The Karao seems to have a small bag with him as he's coming back in.
He did it.
Oh wow, he actually came back with something.
Somebody put on the victory fanfare.
Wait, hold on.
Right here, I'll pause my music. You can play the victory.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Fuck.
All right, that's the victory fanfare. We did it.
Hold on. Oh fuck!
Thank you, Boko. That's a good one too. That's a pretty good one as well.
Hold on. Excellent.
All right.
Sorry.
Cool. All right.
No, that was great.
Yeah, I think that's pretty victory right there. I think it's
I would also scream helicopter if I was beating Lance.
the #1 victory royale there.
I would have played the Tunuk. I would have played Tunuk.
Let's go ahead and bring this back in. There we go. But yeah, Mei Li, you see the three of them coming in, and the others as well. You guys would see the three of them make their way back inside. Followed immediately by Ichibei jumping off of the wall and doing like a little tumble on the ground, and then like rolling off into the group.
Then I roll my ankle and break my arm.
I'm shocked.
I'm kidding.
Those idiot ninjas didn't see me.
As the three of them come in, you find that the Karao does seem to like walk by and start making his way directly toward Baba.
Yo, even the bison moved for him. Holy shit.
This area is a lot larger than it seems on the surface.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm just memeing. Keep going.
The reason I don't put you guys like down here is because we don't have anything written down here, but this is also technically part of the compound.
That's fair.
But yep, the Kurao makes his way forward. As he does, he makes his way over toward Baba. She looks up from him as she is just kind of hanging out with Mimi. As he does this, he reaches down and picks up Mimi. At which point, she looks at him with a bit of a raised eyebrow, and then hands her the bag, and then makes his way back over toward Bao. Without saying a single word to her.
I give you present. You give me small animal. Yes. Good trade.
As he makes his way over toward where Bao is, he sees that Jen is there. He sits down at the base of them as well, and then at which point he just kind of puts Mimi over onto Melee.
Look at him sharing.
You found something. And you came back.
Those two helped out. I did not have enough money.
Are you okay?
What?
Like, seriously, are you okay? I mean, maybe you're just still adjusting to being what you are now, and maybe you're sad that you're not a big, hulking, awesome dragon. But are you okay?
It is a rather difficult thing to get adjusted to, becoming such a weak being as I am now.
I still feel like you tried to be a sassy asshole about it. That's kind of what I liked.
Jesus Christ.
As he looks over to you, whenever she had said before that I was not someone who could have you, it was difficult, because I knew that I could not simply just kill her.
I mean, I wouldn't want you to do that. I like Baba.
And then you
For
said that I could not
fuck's sakes.
simply go after anyone else in this city as well.
Uh-huh.
So
yeah,
I decided to
yeah.
play by the rules of this city.
Uh-huh.
Just because I
okay.
am doing such a thing does not mean that I am subservient to the idea of what is going on. I just felt that if I'm going to be spending any sort of time around that person, it would be easier if they weren't breathing down my neck.
Oh, I mean, Baba's gonna do that anyway. That's just how she is. But that's okay though. She, in a way, her doing that is her way of showing that she likes you.
And also, as long as you're holding on to that one, I can hold on to this one.
I mean, if you can, if you really like Kometu that much, you can keep him. He doesn't seem to be against any of this.
Kometu is just freaking out in his hands. I'm playing.
Violent seizure.
He seems to, in his own way, have given his consent. The fact that he's actually still here after everything is very telling.
He seems really calm. You touch him, he's frozen solid.
He is not. He has not run out his welcome quite yet. But I do believe eventually that I will no longer have need for Kometu. As such, he is still yours.
Did
you adopt a support animal?
We don't have Kometu because we need him. We have Kometu because he just came along with us and stayed, and we never felt the need to get rid of him. Isn't that right, boy?
Kometu blinks out of sync.
Hey, Kometu's family, okay?
Kometu
He's
is
as
not.
much of a part-
Kometu is unsure of his place in life.
He's as much a part of TM Avatar as the actual Avatar.
I did not realize that this frog squirrel was that powerful.
Yeah, we can call it that.
I should have realized. Whenever I have it, I feel slightly calmer. This creature is familiar to me. This is how I looked down on all of you whenever I first saw you. It's around the
calling
same
me your
size.
Kometu?
What was that?
Are you calling me your Kometu? Are you saying I was your Kometu?
Funny.
He stops for a second, as if looking to anyone for support. He looks over to Lon, who just kind of like points to himself, like, me? Like, fucking what? He just sort of like make a motion to him, like, you know, like, keep going, like, keep talking. At which point he looks back. Yes.
Oh my god.
Lon smacks himself in the head.
You tried, Lon. You try.
There's just a look for a moment, like everything is still, and then a singular leaf just blows by everybody as it goes to a wide shot.
Jen's just still sitting there looking at Karao, just slowly shaking his head.
The Karao thinks he did a great job.
Huh.
Say to that.
Now, you know what? That's okay. Because Kometu helped me out a lot.
Did
So
I?
maybe he can help you out now.
He looks at you. He looks back over toward Lon. Lon looks to him, makes the same motion of go on, please go on, please elaborate. Kometu being here makes me feel
Mm-hmm.
strong
Uh-huh.
and calm.
Uh-huh.
And that is how you make me feel.
Uh-huh.
Calm and strong.
Yes. See, this is called being honest. This is good. I like this. Now,
You
I
do?
also need to... Uh-huh. I also need to just, pun completely intended because it is kind of funny. You also just need to chill out.
Huh?
Just, look how tense you are. Just, squeezes, one of his shoulders. You're so tense.
I've not
I
gotten
get
used
it.
to this body yet.
Yeah, no, and it will take time. We can do things to help, release this tension.
I do not like how soft the skin is.
You like that I'm soft, though, right?
You can be as soft as you wish to be.
And Kometu's soft. Soft doesn't mean weak. I mean, look at Bao. Look how soft Bao is. Look how strong Bao is.
His fur does give him natural armor as well. I do enjoy him.
But it's so soft. And he sheds so much, and you can, sell it for money.
Is that how I get more money?
No, but, it's an example. I'm trying to get to that soft isn't always a bad thing. Doesn't mean you're weak. Means that you're soft. That's it. Just means you're soft. I mean, your hair's probably soft.
He brings his hand up to his hair and just kind of takes a bit of it.
I'm so ready for him to be like, he moves up to his hair and just fucking stops dead.
Moves up to his hair, rips it out. How dare it be soft?
I mean, Jin's pretty soft.
Hey,
Yours pretty soft. Ichibe's pretty soft. Luca's pretty soft. I'm really soft. We've all kicked ass.
That's true. I will try to chill out. I've not been able to very well control my ability to chill everything. I feel that my powers have somewhat lessened inside this body. At the same time, I believe that I could very easily chill myself.
I don't mean like literally, I also mean figuratively. Mostly figuratively. Completely figuratively.
You wish for me to relax.
Uh-huh.
Of course. I can do that. You see him, as if finally a sense of understanding goes across his face. He seems proud of himself as he leans further back into bow, as if signifying that he is relaxing now.
He's in relaxing mode.
Don't worry. Your big, loud, boisterous, obnoxious nature will come back to you. Just you wait. Maybe if we like, maybe when all this is over and we go around the city and you see all the loud, obnoxious punks out there with their cocky attitudes and nothing to actually warrant it, you'll be like, man, I can do that.
I almost miss you being a smarmy, unbearable ass.
It's very odd, actually, that you mentioned that.
It was the best part.
It's very odd that you mentioned that, actually. The city feels different than the last time I had saw it. There's a lot less noise happening throughout. Whenever you had told me not to disrupt anything, it gave me time to listen. This place does not sound like the same city that I went after all those times.
Well, if anything we've learned has anything to do with it, it's probably it.
Yep.
There was a spot here. One that had called out to spirits whenever I was around. I believe I wish to go and find that spot soon.
Do you feel it still here?
Though it is very quiet, I do sense it. I believe it was the place you had gotten your egg from that you had that one time.
That tree on the hill?
Is that where you got it from?
Isn't that in the Earth King's palace?
You know it is behind his gardens, yes.
Yeah. Behind his garden?
Oh, fuck, we gotta go back there now.
That's where it is.
I wish to
So
make
we
my
got
way
the
there
egg.
at some point, but I can tell that it is not somewhere that is calling to me anymore. I wish to know why. I can sense its presence still among the city, but I cannot feel that place anymore. He goes to lean into bow a little bit more. I will not go shopping by myself again. I do not like it.
No?
If I go shopping again, it will be with you.
What did you get her anyway?
Lon had said that I should get her sweets or incense, and whenever we had found some that I liked, they were too expensive. So Bao Shi gave us more money.
How much money did she give you?
We spent around 40 gold pieces.
Wow.
You never
You know, it's just like side eyes mainly. Like that's like the side look.
What?
Do you know what the word haggle means, Corralo?
I believe I do.
You know how to apply that.
It is not something that I wish to demand among people. I was told to keep a low profile. Though I do think that Valshi did rather well whenever they brought it down from 60 gold pieces.
Yeah, okay, so they tried haggling.
Look at that. Well, did your best shot. You should definitely go with them next time.
Yeah. But you did a good job for now. I'm have it.
She just kind of like leans on him as she's also like resting on Bao.
Just like this whole living thing is kind of hard.
Tell me about it.
It is getting into the night at this point. One thing you guys would notice upon getting here, and again, the others, as you'd see them talking over with the Karao, you guys would find that the one thing that you guys have not seen throughout the day, ever since getting here, you have not seen the other carriage make their way here. You guys know that the plan originally was for the 3 different groups, the 2 carriages and you guys who were hiding amongst other carriages. The idea was eventually for all 3 of you, for all 3 of the different groups, to make their way to the glassblowers area.
Is that a red flag? I feel like that might be a red flag.
You know that the reason that the others had gone the way they did was because they knew that there was the what's the word? Fuck, the party that was supposed to be happening, so they were going to distract the area to allow you guys to get in by bringing up that Lord Jian was here. And that is why you guys gave them Ryan and everything like that, to make sure that Lord Jian was taken care of. Seriously, I need to like fucking take this song out. Like, I love it and all, but damn, it's super epic. It needs to go somewhere else. But yes, you guys would notice that by the time night falls, they're still not here.
I mean, they're probably being watched, huh? So they're... I don't know if they can make their way here.
As night would come to this place, you guys would find that eventually Li Na would come out and light all the lanterns among the area. The center of this place would be brought into a sort of like lit glow in the center. There are different things being brought out from the buildings for all of the animals and things to find their ways into any sort of comfort. And as all of you guys would collect yourselves and get each other around, you would find eventually that most of your group would find themselves in the very center of this place. With the idea that Ichibei would have gotten, that people are watching, most of you would decide that it would probably be best for all of you to be around each other in the night. The fact that, you know, secret police ninjas exist most likely give credence to the idea that if anybody is left outside or anybody is inside by themselves, might have some problems. But hey, you have fucking Dalto. Dalto can handle himself. I mean, come on.
Isn't he still like severely beaten and
yeah,
battered
don't worry
and
about
healing?
it.
That's fair. I didn't worry about it. I just pointed it out.
You guys would find that eventually everybody, again, making their way back around and surrounding the area, you guys would go into the building itself. We don't have a large thing for the building itself area though, so I'm just gonna put you guys in this freaking big black box we have over here again. Only I make it a little bit bigger. Look at that. It's a much larger room than it was before. Hell yeah, we conserve space here.
Well done. Good job.
The animals are left to be taken care of on the outside by currently the one who is taking care of most of them is Nahada, but he will be switching out between himself and Hoka throughout the night. Bao would unfortunately be too big to stay inside of here, so I will move Bao back to the outside. Sorry, Bao, get out of here. Bloop. But as everyone is currently inside of here and is checking things out, you guys will be in the main room of the area. Is there anything you guys would like to do now that night has fallen? Is there anything you guys would like to figure things out? Would you guys like to just go to the next day, since you guys do know that, again, the rehearsal party that has potentially the spirit touch people will be happening the next day?
I'm good with going to the next day.
I think, yeah. When it comes down to it, I don't know what else we do apart from acknowledge that people are either very wacky outside or looking at other people.
Yeah.
So are we doing the plan where we're going to save the spirit touch people? Or
Is that tonight?
Dogs.
Doggies.
No, fucking all spirit.
Duncan.
It's all spirit toucher thing, but also the avatar is in fact here and is going to be shown off fucking the next night. There's a rehearsal or some shit.
Yeah, I don't think we can get in touch with Nuon via nightly communication at the moment, considering where they are.
Hoka would look over toward all of you. If we need to track anyone down, we always have Isha to do such a thing, but at the same time, it would be somewhat shocking to have a Shirshu going through the city like that.
Yep.
But if you find yourself in desperate need to find the other group or to find Nuan, then I'm sure Shisha can manage.
It's just throws an extra problem in the plan, doesn't it? It's so simple. Break in, break out.
Break in, break out, get the thing and go.
If you're looking for Nuan, why don't you just try to, I don't know, meditate on it? If she's actually calling out for you, then it should be easy for her. She's the avatar.
This is true.
You're right.
I just didn't know whether or not that was something she would do. But if that's what she's saying, then I'm down.
I'll do remember
the little sleepy creepy.
You do remember that Nuan said that she wasn't going to do anything like that until she got to the city? I mean, she is on the... I mean, she wasn't going to do anything like that until you guys had gotten to the tree. At the same time, she appears to be in the city, so maybe plans have changed. Who's to say?
This is true.
But if Nuan is here, then potentially she'd be looking for you guys.
Yeah, June's willing to try it, and then get frustrated because he can't actually relax, and he goes grabs the incense.
Jesus, no! Don't get addicted. No. He's addicted.
We're gonna hotbox the fucking place here.
There is one thing I should probably talk about before we sleep.
What?
What's her name? Fucking Beishi?
Yeah.
How well known are you in the Earth Kingdom?
My family is actually decently well known. We are a trading company, as I mentioned to you before.
How we got in?
We are somewhat nobility. I have actually been to the palace many times as a child.
I see. So that's why the Daili have taken a liking to you.
You saw something?
As you made your way back, one of the officers attached to the Daili were keeping tabs on the group that you were in. In particular, it seems that they have their eye on you.
My family is, again, rather influential. We're one of the largest trading companies that can make their way through the deserts. Whenever things were happening throughout my life, my mother and father would always tell me that they had a right of way to go through because of the way that the deserts worked. So we are one of the only more reliable ways to get any sort of goods from Bossing or from Bossing Say to Omashu, as well as to the southern villages. So we are decently well known.
Fucking hate this city, man.
Do you think
All right.
do you think they would find it strange that you are residing currently in a glathsmith's abode? Can't think of a word better than abode.
I don't think it would be amazingly out of place being in touch with any sort of tradesman. At the same time, staying over would be rather odd, I would say. I feel as if they were following me around with everything you have already all said, they would most likely find it more weird that I was being around someone who they would probably believe to be spirit touched, motioning over toward the Karao.
Ah.
So if they thought that I was being suspicious for anything, it would most likely be for that.
Suppose that's fair. But that then does raise the question about whether or not they care that the Karao is entering this abode.
Well, I don't know how much he's told you. Motions over to Lon and the Karao. Oh, right. Oh, sorry. Yes. One moment.
We killed a man.
He reaches into his robes and pulls out a small scrap of scroll that he seems to have on him. He brings it over towards you, Ichibe, as you find
Invitation.
that it is an invitation, yes, to the party that's happening, the same one that Rue was talking about.
Of course.
We had gotten one of those just before we had met up with Beishi.
I wonder how many people with ties to spirit energy or the spirit world they're trying to form to this party.
They had said that...
And what the reason that could be.
They had said that they had wanted me in particular to make my way there, but they had said that my guest should show as well, motioning over to the Karao. From what you've all said, I believe that he was most likely the primary target. They are using me as a bit of a scapegoat, I believe.
Probably. No offense, probably.
Do not worry, I do not see myself as more important than the great dragon of the north.
Oh good, you know your place. No, I'm just...
Oh, fuck.
Jesus. Why so savage?
How's everybody so savage today?
It's really funny.
I'm just here like watching Jesus Christ. All this friendly fire going on.
It's pretty funny. I'm just saying, it's pretty funny.
That being said, I doubt that they would bat an eye if I were to show to something like that.
Okay. That's fair.
Especially since they'd
pardon
apparently
me.
seen that I am a friend of those two.
We mainly wanted to make sure that as far as this place is concerned, we are safe here. If I feel that there are more people keeping their eye on this place, it may be beneficial for us to adjust our living spaces while we're here.
Oh. There is one other thing. You see that Falson seems to make his way, well, not Falson, Blab. I saw this one, I thought it was Falson. You see that Rieta makes her way closer to all of you. There is one other thing, actually. Whenever me and my captain were out, whenever we had tried to find feed for the animals before, we had came across a bit of information that now that we have all of this, we feel might be interesting, Captain. Oh no, you go ahead. I've forgotten everything that was said. He's just sitting there like next to Jin with the incense going off.
Oh, I see. I see.
Dalto's
You
just
clearly-
the
you
group
clearly
of
have a-
the group of Dalto, Jin, and fucking Baba are just chilling out over in the more like heavily like more heavily medicated part of the room.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, clearly
Fair
you don't have
enough.
you clearly don't have a lifetime of use to this stuff.
Oh, this is just great. Honestly, with everything that's gone down, I deserve this.
Really do, actually.
It sounded
Then-
exactly like "go fuck yourself."
Rieta sighs and looks back over toward all of you.
Just so you all know, I am listening and paying attention.
Well, I'm glad that you are, because apparently I've learned that you're in the city as well.
What?
Oh yeah, that was something that was said.
Sober.
Hey, what, man?
Punch his shoulder.
Ah! Ah, man, I almost felt that through all the drugs. Anyway, from what we had heard when we were traveling throughout the city, we had heard that there was a semblance of a man from the desert, one who claims to be the old king. They're down an arm, from what we could tell. We had assumed it was you getting captured or done something too, but apparently you've been here all day.
Well, yes, I've been here all day. What? I would go announcing that anyway.
I don't know exactly what's going on, but apparently they were picked up. By who, I can only imagine.
If I had a coin for every time someone walked around claiming they were me, I'd have 2. Which isn't a lot of money. Still weird I'd get 2.
Huh.
There's only so many people who know of you.
And
Especially
don't have an arm.
Especially that know that the old king does not have an arm. Especially. I believe that whoever's saying this is trying to draw out any of the ones who are loyalists to the desert.
Oh.
I don't know if it's worked for them or not, since they apparently have been already gathered or collected. But at the same time, someone who is an obvious outsider to the desert is claiming to be you.
That's what I mean. What's the problem with that?
Hey, it's really weird that they go as far as to cut off their arm, though. Oh my god.
I really hope
Yeah.
that's a... Yeah, I actually hope they...
what are they, stupid?
They probably
I
had some of
actually-
this stuff going on. I'm just saying they would have needed it.
You know, that's... You say it like it's crazy talk, but I used to be crazy to people in the desert, actually. I believe someone will do that.
You would know, in particular, Jen, that even though Rieta is saying that maybe they're saying this to call out people of the desert, there is one other person who would get called out by hearing that that the king without an arm in this place would be looking around. And that is the man you just met over in the north.
You say that. I was about to say, Jin does a quick scan of the room. Like a fresh realization, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's that little suck up at?
Oh no, he's outside.
Oh, okay, I thought it was him.
No. I was telling you the only other person who could be brought in by such a claim would be somebody who potentially idolized that old king, who is also in Ba Sing Se. I know it's been weeks, but still.
Yeah, it's been weeks. I'm idolizes that isn't him.
The leader of the Dai Li.
Okay, thank you. I wasn't sure. That was my first guess, but I didn't want to say it. 'Cause I thought I would have been wrong.
Oh, it's my fourth guess, and I'm
Yeah,
off
you should
six
snuff
save.
out that incense right now.
But no, if somebody was looking for someone in the desert, then yeah, saying that they're Jin might be some way to get information. But you'd think they'd do that in the desert. If they came to Ba Sing Se to say that, they're most likely, from what you're thinking, looking for the leader of the Dai Li.
Unless they want to get Hit's attention.
Oh, that guy that fucked up my arms.
Yes.
Yeah, fuck that guy, man.
How could he do that to you?
I hate it. It's dumb. It's big dumb, you know? Why can't we all just love each other? God, this is good shit.
You know what? You know what? Scooch is over.
Why can't we all just love each other? Oh my God, this is great.
Can we all hug?
Hey, hold on. How much did you use to get all the freaking lovey-dovey stuff going?
You just look over in the corner where all of them are melee as you see like 8 incense being burned at once.
Oh God.
At least
you see that Baba is like half asleep.
Man, we're gonna run out of this if we keep going at this rate.
Yeah, tell me about it. Bunch of hogs. Anyway.
He says a bunch of hogs. She kind of tucks the box that she has all to herself in her fucking looks like fucking coat.
Yeah, bunch of fucking pigs. Uh-huh.
And then fucking love it. At any rate, someone's trying to piss off Hit, I suppose, which I can't fathom how long that list has to be. But now they really will be looking for the man with one arm. Dickhead, whoever it is. Deserves what he gets in that fucking life.
I only brought it up because if there is someone out there doing this, then it's rather convenient that they would choose now as the time to do it without knowing we were here. Meaning someone in this city knows that we're around and knows that that rumor would have gotten to you at some point. Unless they truly are just the most unlucky person in the world.
Well, that would be me right now, who is the luckiest person in the world.
Hey, well, they're pretending to be you, dude. Maybe it transferred over. Can that happen?
I hate it when I keep my link cable in my GBA and my friend's GBA.
Can that fucking happen? Can luck do that?
Yes, it can. I'll tell you how. You ever thought about closing your eyes like real tight and just like relaxing?
Oh God! Oh, that's all right. He just falls over.
I'm so glad that still works on people. So
it's like, oh, apparently it's nighttime.
Lightweights. So I guess what this bullshit boils down to is that people looking for white-haired weirdos, no offense, maybe a little bit.
Fuck you.
Me. and I guess anything suspicious now is now just a bunch of crazy shit's going down.
At the very least, we can tell you that no one's looking for us. Sudi would like go forward. We were looking around all over the city and no one was even coming anywhere near the glassblowers area.
That is good, actually. I don't know how long that'll be good for, but it's good for now.
So once you all plan to make a bit of noise, let me know. We'll be able to find whoever we need to with Isha. But until then, I suppose I'll just take care of all the animals here. I'm not sure what to look for, but I'll keep an eye on the palace, and if I see any explosions, I'll take that as an excuse.
With the knowledge of the one being most certainly here, Right, that this is a big reveal at the victory of capturing the Avatar, which I'm sure is real difficult considering who we left her with.
Should I, if I do see anything like that, should I send everyone over? The Bison, Isha, I don't know, the Godoks can probably make a good distraction at the very least. Should I release the army of lemurs? Looks over to Melee.
We'll think about it later.
Fucking the army of me.
That's actually a fantastic distraction.
That would be a good distraction.
Imagine, you know, thousands of lemurs gliding everywhere.
Yes. Thousands of them looks over at the
I
like
know,
18.
yeah, it's not thousands.
I know.
Fly, my pretties, fly.
Oh shit! I forgot. I thought we had more than that. I thought we had like a.
You have like a cloud. You have like a
25 or
cloud of
something like
lemurs.
that.
Maybe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that the-
Oh, yeah.
We have like a small beehive of lemurs.
Beehive of lemurs,
A
yes.
hive of lemur.
A hive of lemurs. Okay.
They go into their fucking disgusting hive. Their little honeycomb holes.
I just think about the hives from Overlord and all the minions that are living in it.
If
Oh
any,
no, I think of like beehives or wasp hives, and I immediately am like, well, I gotta fucking burn it down.
if any of you do wish to try to commune with the spirits tonight, I can try to give as many pointers as I can to any sort of meditation that might aid you. Lon just sort of like steps out. I may not look it, but I am a master, well, soon hopefully a master airbender, so I can attempt to tell you some of the studies I've gone through to allow you to commune.
I might take that potential. If we can assess Nuan's situation, then maybe we can formulate a plan from there. I need time to think of my decision on that, but I'm all ears to all of you.
What was that last thing you said?
I'm all ears to the rest of you.
Oh, okay. Does anybody have anything else to say?
No, I don't think so. I try to get in contact with Nuan, see if
Yeah.
we can just get at least more information on that before we make a decision, like truly.
Okay. Everybody seems to somewhat calm down for the remainder of the night, as each of you would find a place in this large room to be. Again, not wanting anyone to really be outside by themselves for anything here. Hoka had mentioned that him and Nahato would most likely be switching out, taking care of the animals. You guys would also hear that some of the others would probably switch out as well whenever they're watching them, but obviously the two of them are the ones with the most experience with them. As eventually Lon would make his way to each of you, you guys would basically be brought over toward like one of the other corners of the room that isn't completely drugged out, but you know, you can still somewhat get into it. As you guys are brought over and attempting to begin your commune with the spirits, or try your best to connect with Nuan. Currently, it is just the ones who are here plus the boy, as he's gonna try, because he's just like, you know, I can do that. I can fucking do this shit. You think I can't fucking be a man who can commune with the Avatar? Fuck you. I'm a dragon.
You can watch me fall asleep.
As you guys would attempt to commune, I would like for a group roll. This is something where you guys will succeed if you guys are over a certain amount. With this, I would like for you guys to roll me for your diligences, please.
Okay.
Then you get a bonus to being high as shit.
I'll roll for Rue after everybody to see if he is needed or not to ascend to the rest of this.
That's not too good. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
13's okay.
Let me see. No inspiration to put in, right?
I mean, yeah, there's no fleetings right now.
No, I mean like are we allowed to put in our own?
Oh yeah, you can.
It was diligence, right?
Yep.
18 plus 2 is a dirty 20.
Fuck yes.
I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle of rolling.
You want to put
Someone
this one
roll
in?
my inspiration for me.
All right, I'll roll it.
That's a 2, a 1, and the 2 is 5.
I also got a 5.
What about you, Nightshade?
I didn't roll it.
Yep. Roll for that
Oh,
diligence.
no.
You have 1 inspiration left. These other ones, I believe, you've already used.
No, no.
Oh, is this the pile where you've used? Okay,
that's the one I used.
okay. You
These
have
are the
you have
ones-
4 then.
Yeah, hang on. I didn't roll. Hang on.
Do you want to
There
use one while it's still in the air?
Yeah, let's use one while it's still there.
Okay.
All right, all right.
Oh, fun.
Oh,
Oh well, fuck.
You know,
Every time.
you gave this to the gods. It's fine. It was a bit of a sacrifice, but you have to do it every now and then. You guys don't need Rue. Rue, because of this, will pass no matter what he rolls, but I'm still gonna roll for him. Perfect. Just enough, Rue.
Jesus.
I love how 3 of you just got 5s.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's fine. You guys were carried by the dirty 20 and the not so dirty 20.
No.
As you guys feel yourselves communing with the spirits around you, you guys find yourself fading off until just gonna wait for these things to load themselves so I can grab the thing I want. There it is. Perfect. You guys awaken in a very familiar spot once again. The same place that you guys always seem to awaken in your dreams whenever you are communing with Nuwan or any of the other spirits. Currently, as you guys do this, bloop, I'm gonna put you guys over here. Gonna put copies of you guys over here. Kometu and the Karao don't make it. Neither does Mimi. Mimi doesn't make it either.
Also get fricked.
Get shit on.
But the 6 of you who have been here before, you guys find yourselves chilling out around this place. This is not the only people around you, however.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, burrito. What do we got?
You also find that there are 2 more in this place.
Okay. What would that be? I wonder.
Bloop.
Oh, that's good. Whoa. Hi.
You find that whenever you guys open your eyes, that there are 8 people here.
I knew leaving the Skype call open would be a good idea.
You find that whenever each of you go to wake up, you guys wake up seemingly all together because you guys would have been brought in with each other. You guys like basically holding hands coming in. You find that these other 2 over here are also seemingly holding hands as an extremely spiritual being probably drew fucking Ryan in here with them. But you guys all would awaken inside of this area in the spirit world. Yuki would open her eyes very like slowly, at which point she would exclaim, "Melee!" Because you guys know that Yuki can talk inside the spirit world as she goes and tackles Melee.
Doesn't that work out?
Can't remember if Melee knew this.
Yes.
Okay.
This
We
was
had a moment.
whenever you guys had gone into Akira's little trial. She was talking
To go
there.
and fight Groudon. Yeah.
Okay. I knew.
So Melee, you get tackled off of the little branch you're sitting on by Yuki.
I remember we had to do
Congratulations.
the fucking math puzzle of death.
Once again, the gods up above have blessed me with your voice.
I can say the same.
You can say anything now.
Rub, 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 rub.
I do the same, and I could hear it.
Ryan goes and sits up as she walks over. I'm not tackling any of you.
Okay.
And it's appreciated.
You can hear deep down he's very disappointed in that.
I see we all had the same idea.
Yeah, did
We
you hear
did?
about?
I mean, we did. No, I'm just kidding. No.
Whenever
No, fucking Akira will say it. We did.
whenever we had ended up getting separated without any way of returning to all of you, we had thought that the first thing you would do was potentially come and try to commune with Nuan, since she would most likely be here. So we have decided ourselves to do the same, though it appears that only I was able to come through, most likely thanks to Yuki here. As just in the background of the animation of this episode, we just see that there is a wagging tail over top of the little branch everyone's sitting on, and like little hearts going through the air.
Hooray.
Aw.
Spirit world is funny.
But
Right. So, you see her anywhere? You two have ninja eyes, right?
Fuck off, how long?
Shut eyes. Okay.
we weren't able to coordinate this time, which means that she might not be attempting to come in yet. Me and Yuki have been here for a little while. We had decided to sit and wait in case anyone else would show. She told me to continue to meditate, so I did. But that's whenever all of you shown up. We've been here for around, I believe, if we were to take any guesses of things, I have counted my heartbeats to allow for about 30 minutes.
I don't.
You can do that?
You can do that?
It is.
I mean, I did too.
Yes, of course I was doing-
it is a technique to allow for one to understand how much time has passed if they are, if they are incapacitated or captured by the enemy. It is
I
something
counted
that
30
they.
seconds.
It is something that, our old leader had tried to instill in all of us. I can teach you later, Ichibe, if you wish. It is not very hard, you just have to count. You know how to count,
Counting
don't you?
fun? No.
You know how to count and listen for heartbeats, right?
Yeah.
As she says that, she just walks over, like, puts a hand on your chest.
Keep a steady heart. Keep a steady heart.
Aw.
There is no racing heartbeat.
You see the behind her.
Is it love or is it fear? I'll never know.
You see Jin giving you a thumbs up behind it.
You mean a thumb up?
Shut the fuck up.
Well, here's the thing, Jin. You think you're most likely giving just the one thumb up, but again, just like
Oh,
every
yeah,
other
this
time you're in the
again.
spirit world, you feel something
got his
kind of coming from
arm.
underneath your
His spirit
underneath your
arm.
thing.
Your
You-
dead arm is coming back to you.
He's like, he just scratches, not like mindlessly, like itchy. Anyway. Just like looking where no one usually pops up at.
You guys look over at the small crack that has appeared in the area of the tree. You notice that when you see the crack, which you guys know was last time created by that mushroom
Mushroom
spirit,
man.
you notice that it seems to be burnt out. You notice
Get
that
the
the edge,
shit
you
outta
notice
here.
the edges of this crack seem to be mostly as if somebody had burnt through this area. You guys remember that whenever you guys had left the place before, there was a very suspicious sounding yell coming from the room that you guys had left, and then the caves all collapsed.
Oh. Wow.
He like kneels down at the crack. It's like, hello? You still in there?
That is unfortunate.
This, I'm sure it's fine.
We've held up our end of the bargain.
Uh,
Technically. technically we also didn't because us also did bad things, but it wasn't us. It was
Look,
them.
I've yet to take responsibility for my own actions. I'll be damned if I take responsibility for my own actions against this mushroom.
Oh, I'm very aware of that, Jen.
You will most likely not find anything where you are speaking.
Who said that?
Once he looks, he like
You
peers
hear
in the
a
crack.
slight
like,
echo. You hear a slight echo coming from the crack.
Peers in. What? Hello?
The spirit which you are trying to commune with has been removed from this place.
That's fantastic. And who's this then? Or is it what?
Would you move so that I could bring myself up?
You're a freaking plant. No, I'm saying myself. I'm saying, me, Anthony, saying, like, this isn't the fucking plant or something.
Are you gonna step away from the crack?
Yeah, he steps away.
Weird. I assumed that the king would not wish to move away without knowing exactly what they were moving for.
Oh, the king's in a bit of a hurry about that.
You're right.
He's only making exceptions.
The king is in a bit of a hurry.
That's some other meaning, that shit, and I don't know what it is right now.
You see shadowy looking smoke begin to rise up from underneath the crack. As you do, Ichibe,
Yeah?
you hear, let me find the right one. There it is. You hear inside of your head, partner, you should most likely back away.
Okay.
There is a familiar darkness coming from there, one that I do not have control over.
You will all do well to take a step back.
Ryan immediately steps back with you. Are you going to stay where you are, Jen?
He moved a little bit further away. He's like, yeah, it's just step or two. It's all good.
He moves over and then he sits down.
From the hug pile, Yuki sticks her head up, looking over toward the area.
He just sits down on the root.
Oh my god.
I'll let the fuck go.
Bring him back.
Luca, you rush over and you grab Jin and pull him back.
God damn it.
As the smoke from this area begins to show itself upwards again, you see that it begins to collect itself in a somewhat humanoid shape above the crack. As the humanoid shape seems to collect, you find that the face of this humanoid shape seems to show itself as a white mask with black coverings over the eyes, very similar to the mask that you are having on your hip, Ichibe.
That is fair. Hello, doppelganger. Other dimension you.
As they take the mask off and place it upon their waist. Or upon their hip, I mean. You guys see this person.
Oh.
Appearing before you.
Who the hell are you?
It?
It's another album. Oh! I got
I
it.
knew on. Fuck.
No, not really, though.
Well,
technically, yes.
No.
Well, actually, yes. Maybe. This is a yes-maybe type of situation.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Nuon. Looks like him.
It's
Well, yes. Is it Nuon or is it Ko?
Yeah, I'll say Nuon. Who gives a shit?
Sure.
well, you know what happened with our past selves. How she made a deal with Ko, and then
Yeah. Where's
I'm
her arm?
assuming
Where is her arm?
that's a good question. Where is her fucking arm? Why are you copying Jim?
Oh shit!
I learned it from you, Dad.
That's the one you shouldn't have picked up.
That's not something you copy.
I've injected so many drugs into that arm, it rotted off.
Okay, well, you did pick
Ba
something
Sing Se
up.
has some of the best drugs, you see. We had to inject it directly into my veins. You see.
Oh man,
Do you know how many
Really is your
caterpillar
daughter
canyon
now.
crawlers we had to inject into that arm?
What was that?
Do you know
What
how
does
many
that mean?
Do you know how many caterpillar canyon crawlers we had to inject into that fucking arm?
Hey,
As
I didn't
this
hear what Sweet
person,
said.
She really is your daughter now.
as this person brings himself up from the crack in this place, they look over toward each of you with a bit of a smile. Sorry, I'm most likely not who you're looking for.
That would depend. If you are you, or you are using a mask of another.
So you're the one that ended up with that in your world. Interesting.
I still do not know why it was in Omashu's vault, but I suppose it's with me now.
She looks over toward Jin as well as Luca, and then toward the other side with the others. As she looks to Ryan, you're one that I don't recognize, but I guess that has to be some changes. Sorry, I tried to mute, but apparently I unmuted immediately with me clearing my throat. My throat is
Yeah,
freaking
I've done
me
that
today.
a few times.
My throat is killing me today. That kind of squeak I had earlier freaking fucked me over. I don't know what went down.
I've been coughing for 3 weeks, bro. I don't want to hear it.
I was recently gathered around a lot of people, so hopefully it's not anything worse than what it is.
This is also true.
Crud, but it was a different time of congregation of people.
But yes, as they look over, let's go under the assumption that one of what you said was true then, Ichibe. That being said, you are most likely not going to find your avatar here.
In another castle, idiot.
From what I understand, your avatar is most likely in the same place that I am.
What?
Which is to say, that you still reside in Ba Sing Se, then?
Yes. Though, to be fair, the King of the Sands is who they have in Ba Sing Se. Looks over toward Jin.
Why did wait, I thought, how did,
Call the Face Stealer has the ability to grant its user the visage of another. You willingly offered yourself up to her in another time.
I'm a fucking idiot.
It can only take the face, unfortunately, but luckily enough, she motions over toward her arm. This is something that I, in particular, have access to being.
It's the wrong arm, though. You gotta pop off your other one and put it on the other.
How did...
It's okay, no one's counting.
The same way it happened to you. If that answers your question, Jin.
Yeah.
Damn.
That being said, from what I heard from the others whenever they returned, she pats the mask once again. From the final time I'll probably hear from them, was that you were all making your way to Ba Sing Se. So I decided that that is where I would make my way as well. I do not have the greatest amount of time left, but I felt that if there was any way of making this place better than the place that I left, it would most likely be to give what little help that I could here.
Well then, I'm here to help.
Not
Guessing
you. Unfortunately, from what I've already figured out, there's not a lot of help that I can give to you. Whenever you make your way into the desert, you will be slain just like the others.
Stab me in the heart with just your own hand, huh? Ran away for the desert. Jeez.
I've had a few years to come to terms with it. Sorry that I'm not allowing you the same. At the same time, there are a couple of things that can be done to help out those who will live through that encounter, if you plan to do it as early as we did before. Hell, from what I understood, from what they told me, you plan to immediately go.
Once we deal with our business here in Boston, say, and dismantle the Dai organization, yes.
It's funny how different situations can change people. Those are the exact words that I heard, although in my time, it would have been about 2 years from now that you would say that. I suppose the me from this world must be somewhat further along in their training.
It's a hard measurement to make. You can certainly be broken that curse on it. So who knows?
Tell me, were you able to, in this world... She looks over toward Akira. Were you able to... Did you kill it? Akira. The one that bound us.
I don't. No.
In our world, we did. We couldn't convince those in power to listen to us. And at which point, unfortunately, while I was able to be rid of the curse that went through my veins, as were you, we gained nothing else from it. I guess that's one advantage you have. And as they look around, you see that their eyes seem to stop and hang on for a moment onto Melee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Either way, looks forward. Either way, what was I saying?
I think you're about to say something about how you wanted to go over and give Melee a big old hug.
Yeah, you're allowed to hug her, you know.
As long as you don't break the timeline or whatever. Your weird
You
powers
may-
are.
No, it's okay.
You
This is the new one that did not grow up with this disaster all up in her life.
you may need to fight Yuki for the right.
Maybe it was for the
That is
best.
true.
I do not think that that is wise.
I'll
If-
never know.
If you were to get too close to me, I do not know if I could control the demon that is within.
No. That one.
Let's just say that she motions to her mask. They yearn to complete the set.
Well, they should yearn to keep his fucking voice down while the other people are talking.
The limited edition. Except there's more of us, so technically it's not limited. Get the fuck over yourself.
Ichibe in his mind.
It is quiet for the time being, my mask. But I do have very little time left before I become what is needed of me to become. I have given myself over to Ko the Face Stealer in exchange for a chance to come here, in exchange for the faces and guidance from my previous masters. Once I have done performing the task that I've chosen to do here, which is to say, once I have finished what I plan to do in Ba Sing Se, I will no longer be Nuan. And then this will awaken. And most likely at that point, my home will be here in the spirit world as Ko the Face Stealer.
That's rip.
But until then, I heard that the Avatar was captured in this world, brought into Ba Sing Se, as the Dai Li of this world seem to be a lot more alive than the ones we left behind in our wake.
They won't be that way for long.
Again, sorry that I am not who you were looking for, but I believe that we can help each other. While I mostly can tell you that I don't believe you are strong enough to go into the desert right now, since we had gone in about 2 years beyond this point. I do believe that with your numbers, perhaps things could change. I don't know. But tell me what you plan to do in the city, and I will see if I can accomplish it.
Oh, there's like 4 things.
Couple ideas, objectives, plans that seem to keep having wrenches thrown in them. But
There's a party that Jin has to attend
personal invite.
with the leader of the Dai Li.
Big fan of Hellwood.
I know of that party. That is one that they plan to have me show up in as well.
Mm-hmm.
They thought that they would take me in because apparently the color of my hair. I doubt it had much to do with the fact that I was claiming to be you, Jin, but apparently there's one fool among them who perhaps would have been fooled by that.
Well, I'm sure there's many fools who just weren't around at the time.
I have only been here a few days, so I do not know much, but I do know of the party.
Well, so plan just break into Lake Laogai proper and do a jailbreak. And probably destroy it completely and utterly on the way out.
Lake Laogai. That's one place that we never went to. We had found that most of the Dai Li had brought themselves out in front of Omashu whenever we had our adventure. And mostly thanks to the fact that there were some allies we had around that area, we had led them all back into the deserts and off into the canyons as well, and picked them off there. Most of the Dai Li died outside in the Battle of Omashu.
We decided to cut our losses and run.
Very nice. Battle of Omashu, killing people music. There we go. Perfect.
Oh,
It was the Wii music theme, wasn't it?
Maybe. Oh. If you were there and I'm there, then we need to coordinate our outfits. It'll also be very awkward.
This is the only clothes I brought with me.
It looks so stylish.
It is something that was given to me, actually, by you. Whenever we made our way into the deserts, I've kept it ever since.
And then, of course, it's style shot for.
It took me quite a bit to remember how you moved afterwards. It took me quite a while to get used to the fact of bending with only one arm, but luckily I had a teacher who was like that before he perished. So I was able to somewhat still continue being who I was. Still, if it is only the party that you wish to do anything with, I will let you know. I plan on making my way to the rehearsal. I was not invited, but I heard that apparently a lot of people who are like me will be there, so I must attend.
You're gonna bring the house down, aren't you?
That was the plan. I may not be as strong as I was whenever I had both arms, but I believe that I could still easily take on most of the Dai Li here. They weren't much of a problem in my world. I doubt that they're much stronger in this one.
They have some metal bending techniques, but they aren't that dangerous.
Metal bending.
Yes, their leader's a proficient one, apparently.
Oh, that's good information. I've never come across metal bending before.
Yeah.
Does that have anything to do with the Earth King's bending himself, his dust?
There's something to do with it. A fourth counter. Incidentally, the leader of the Dai Li, was he the grandson of the Earth King in your timeline too?
I have no idea. Again, most of the Dai Li died in the Battle of Omashu. I assume that probably him as well.
Unfortunate. Or, well, fortunate, I guess. It would have been. Maybe we should have stood and fought. Hindsight. He shrugs.
Well, with all that being said, if there's anything else you plan to do other than going to Lake Laogai, I've never been there myself, so I can't aid with that. I can show myself at the rehearsal dinner if you plan to go. Again, once I'm outside of the city of Ba Sing Se, I will no longer have autonomy over myself, so I cannot promise anything then. Once I'm past the walls, it will all be over. But if there's anything else you need me for while I'm there, be sure to let me know whenever we all awake. She looks as if she goes to sit back down. Are we not done?
Do you know where your other self is?
I've heard the same things you have, that they have been captured and are being held currently inside of the castle, or the palace. I've not been wanting to go out of my way to find them, because I believe if I do start to push my way through, that it's a very easy target for someone to hold them hostage. But again, I will let you know, Jen. I was 2 years older and in full control of my abilities when we went into the desert before. Unless you believe she is truly that much stronger than me, I doubt that any of you can survive going through there. Half of you didn't even make it to the actual center of the desert with me. I can give you more information on that if you wish.
Maybe after the rehearse.
Understood. I assume that hearing of one's own death is most likely not the greatest way to spend time.
Well, maybe for the rest of them here, but I came to terms with that a long time ago.
You are more of an influence on me than I thought.
Say that it's a bad thing. Well, to be fair, it is.
I don't think it was much of a bad thing. If it wasn't for that, I most likely wouldn't have survived these few years. But it's a lesson that I wish I didn't have to learn, of course. I would have much rather continued to have all of you with me than what happened. The entire reason that I made the deal with Ko in the first place was so that I could speak to myself. Perhaps another 3 or 4 more years might suffice. Maybe just going in by themselves whenever they learn to master the avatar state.
Damn!
You know, I always believe that you've been capable of doing anything, well.
There's one thing that I wasn't able to do. After losing all of you, I eventually made my way to the Northern Earth Temple, or the Northern Air Temple. There they taught me about removing all connection to this place. They told me that if I wanted to master my powers, if I wanted to truly avenge or save the world, that I could easily do it by getting rid of all earthly connection, mastering the avatar state. But I would have to give up on my vengeance. I would have to forget, forgive, not take it personally. That's something the me of this world can still do, and I implore all of you to try to get them to release themselves from all of this pain. But it is not something I can do. I could not give up on my vengeance. The one who controls the desert must die.
He will. I promise you that much.
And once I talk to myself, she'll understand that the best way for that to happen is to leave all of you behind.
Oh. Silly, funny Nuan and your dumbass.
Great.
I knew that was gonna hit a really good tone.
Yeah.
Fucking
Perfect time.
dumbass.
I don't know if you realize this, Avatar, but we're way fucking stronger than your previous group.
I think, with that being said, with them saying to leave you all behind, since I don't want to leave things here without Rue getting some kind of a say in things here as well, I think we're going to be ending things here for tonight.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. Look at the Avatar-esque person with their Ko the Face Stealer mask.
What a funny dumbass.
their whole thing is I couldn't stop thinking about you guys because I wanted vengeance and I couldn't master the avatar state because of that. But you guys can still do it though.
Yeah.
You guys
So I
can still
decided to
do
become
it.
Batman.
It's fine. Just make Nuon do it before she loses all of you guys. That way she doesn't have to have any attachments and shit or whatever. She definitely doesn't already have them.
So true. Absolutely. That's why she struggled to say, you guys need to fuck off.
You're so fucking dumb, it's adorable.
Man.
I knew for a fact that wasn't going to be something that, again, whenever you write games like these and you're just sitting there like, they're going to say this thing, and in an actual show, that's like going to be like a big, moment. But like in an RP, it's just like, no, fuck you, you stupid head.
Well, fuck you, fuck you, you dumb
We're not
shit.
even gonna think about that. You don't know, but we're actually the main characters here, not you.
Big funny stupid.
But yeah, we've had this for quite a bit. We've had this art for quite a heckin' bit. It's pretty neato.
At least 6 months.
Has it been 6 months?
Yeah.
It might have been 6 months since I've gotten this. I don't remember when we got the older Nuam one in. I don't remember when that is, and Lindo isn't here, so
That was actually just an assumption, but if I'm right, that's really funny.
I do not remember. If this is a TV show, the party would be conflicted. Half the party would agree with her, and the other half would disagree. This is an RP, however, where they're going to rather die unfortunate death than let Nuon ever leave them.
Mulan.
It's probably an autocorrect change.
It's fine. I like your outfit.
Yeah.
I'm not biased.
You might be a little.
Oh, certainly.
There's little bits and pieces of a lot of people's stuff in it. It's very neato. I like it. We didn't get to show we don't show the lower half of things, but there's little bits and bangles about it, and I love it.
All I'm saying is if future past me trained her in CQC, we might actually be in trouble.
Well, apparently this version of Nuon never met Ryan, so
Never mind, I'm okay.
However, they did spend years in the Fire Nation, so
I don't care, I'm really good. Phoenix is just like, now someone hit her, so she realizes how much of a dumb she is.
You dumb. You big dumb.
Apparently, also, she did get her powers back from the dragon. However, it was less of a getting powers back because of finishing trials and more getting powers back because they killed it.
We fucking beat its ass.
So she never got her special fire either.
It's okay. I still think she's special.
Yeah. Apparently she has several years on the other Nuon of training. However, most of them are without you guys because you guys all died in the desert. Half of you died before you even got to the center of the desert.
Sucks to suck, I guess.
She was staring prominently at Jin when she said that.
I mean, there's not a lot of shadows in the desert.
Yeah, the sun's way too big. The sun's way too high. Also, you wouldn't have had those powers whenever you were on that one because apparently no one has those powers. Oh wait, no, you would have probably still had them.
I'm just saying I'm not saying I would have those powers because at the end of the day,
you might have still had them.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, because I mean, you would have still gotten the mask from the treasury, which means Nuon got it after you died.
Hooray!
Perfect. We're all piecing it all together.
Oh boy.
Blah, 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 blah.
She better not fucking make things difficult, man. I already got 7 people I got to deal with. If you're the 8th,
no, it's fine. She's just gonna talk to Nuan and tell her to give up on family because they're all gonna die.
I'm gonna spank your past self so hard that you'll still feel it in the future.
If you don't give up on your earthly connections, Nuan, then everybody you love's gonna die. That's what they'll say.
That's fair, you know. That's something that I would say too if I was dumb.
Just go master the avatar state, give up all of your connection to anyone in the world, and become a god or some shit. I don't know. I couldn't do it because I was too angry.
That's fair.
So instead, I gave myself over to a demon.
I will personally find a way to break that fucking mask.
Apparently, fucking other code does not like it. Other code's just like, be careful, partner. Fucking big dumb over there.
Bad vibes.
He's just upset because it makes it feel like we're onto him.
Yeah, your code's just like, look, I'm just biding my time until I become him. All right, like I need you to stay away from him.
All I'm saying is, it's pretty cool if I could have some avatar titty.
Don't you think that'd be great, partner?
Yes.
That would make Ko so different. Who knows, man? The other world is weird. Whether or not Ichibei got Ko would be up in the air. Whether or not the same like kind of deals happen, because mainly, if you guys remember, the deal that happened with Ko didn't happen until they did it inside of the spirit world shit with Akira facing his challenge. So that Ko never manifested in that way. So while you still probably had the mask in the other world, you might not have awakened the powers in that world. Who knows, man? But with all that being said, we're going to end the recording here, my guys. Hope everybody had a good time, had a good thing going down. Hopefully next week we'll come back and have everybody yell at future Nuan some more. That'll be fun. See if they can convince her to do anything else, or if they're going to be a thorn in their side that they have to murder. They have to murder the future to save the present. That's how I think that it works.
Days of fruit punch.
But yes, with all that being said, my dudes, hope you guys remember, don't make judgment based on complexion.
I still can't fucking believe he did that, and it worked.
And in the end, later days.
Bye.